Yo, we live. What's up? I see Marley and Josiah already at it. What's going on, everybody? Takedown Thursday. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for EBI Friday. Yep, we good. All right. We already got people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? The chat is, I guess the live stream is doing well. Marley, I remember Marley said it was quiet in this chat. Remember that? What was that, 2 weeks ago? But I just stayed consistent. Stay consistent. Let that be a lesson for everybody out there. Stay consistent, Happy to see everybody. I think we got a judo focused episode today. We got a lot of judo, a little bit of CGI talk, mostly judo. Oh, let's watch some matches too. We still got that Declan Moody match. We got some other matches. Now I can't show PGF. I can't show none of those matches, but we'll cover the winner. We might look up the winner. Josiah says he's winning. Where's my chat at over here? Chat, where are you? Let me refresh my. I don't know if it's working right now. We will. Yeah, it's not popping up. Let's see. It's popping up yet? No. Anyway, we will talk about the PGF champion. Some other stuff. We got some wrestling news. Thank you, Josiah. Thank you, brother. Josiah, I'm going to miss you after tomorrow, bro. What we going to do without you, bro? I move that text over a little bit. There we go. I'm still freaking out the system. Just to remind everybody, your text will pop up on the side over here. So if you're talking crazy in the chat room, they're going to see that you crazy on the video. If you guys are joining us, okay, Josiah's happy somebody besides Grippo won. That's good. If you guys are joining us for the first time, I got a bet with Mr. Josiah that if Grippo don't win EBI tomorrow, he can no longer talk about Grippo on the stream. That's it, man. That's it. No more. I hope something happens for you, brother. But if it don't happen for you, that's it, bro. That's it for you, bro. I guess you're gonna have to go on somebody else's live stream or something. What are you gonna do, Josiah? It is what it is tomorrow. We'll see. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm traveling, so I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know what's up. Maybe I might do a stream on Saturday. We'll see. We might do a special stream, a special Grippo's stream. So we'll see. But yeah, we got a lot going on, man. It's just this sport. There's always some drama. There's always some hidden messages. There's always some ego. And I use that, just so everybody knows, I use that to make you watch jiu-jitsu. I put all the instructionals out, all the documentaries out, and you know what? This drama makes you guys actually sit and watch some jiu-jitsu. So I'll sacrifice my well-being to get you guys to watch some jiu-jitsu and study some jiu-jitsu. And that's kind of how this channel started, how this live stream started. Now it's devolved into following the trends and seeing who said what and who responded to who. And that's just to get you guys in on the stream. That's just to get you guys over here. And I'll use that. I'll use the thumbnail. I'll use the drama to get you guys to actually study some jiu-jitsu. And that's the good stuff. So we're gonna get into it again. Today is Takedown Thursday. Go do some takedowns. Do some judo. Do a judo throw. Do a double leg. Do something. Don't do Kani Basami though. Josiah, get it out of your system, brother, because I'm gonna miss you after tomorrow, bro. Everybody, make sure you hit the Cash App if you're gonna be sad to see Josiah go tomorrow. Hit the Cash App. Let's get into it, man. We're gonna see what's going on today. I don't know if my stuff is. Why did that move over like that? I'm not sure what stuff will be popping up. Anyway, we got Wagner Hosha. Let me move it. There we go. I like that one better. There we go. I like that one better. Wagner Hosha, Wagner Hosha not happy. I wouldn't be happy either. If you said I was gonna get $1 million, well, not $1 million, but $200,000, I'll be like, thank you. And then you take the $200,000 to $200K away from me, I'm gonna be upset. Wagner, how much of your anger should go to Gordon Ryan? How much of that anger should be directed to Mr. Gordon Ryan? I wonder. I really, really wonder. Josiah, I'm not going to read your post right now. Yeah, I'm gonna skip you for a little bit. It says, hey, Wagner, he's messaging Craig. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me zoom in for you. My eyesight. I know my eyesight's not that good, but so I know your guys can't see. There we go. Hopefully it still pops up with the messages. I don't know. Should somehow show up. We'll see. I gotta get my voice ready. I'll be reading for 3 hours. Wagner says, hey, Craig Jones. As an athlete and fellow competitor who shared the mats with you. When did they share the mats together? Or just in general? I'm grateful for the opportunity to participate in CJI 2. The prize money offered was life-changing. Is $200,000 life-changing? Now, I'm a single guy. I don't have kids. That $200,000, I could live off that for, probably a decade or two. Now, Wagner he live in Miami. He got a wife. She looks like she got expensive taste. And he got 2 kids. That $200,000 won't go very far with him. They spend that money up in a month. He says, I'm grateful for the opportunity to participate in CJI 2. The prize money offered was life-changing, and I believe CJI was created to give athletes better pay and change their lives. By challenging giants like ADCC, you've made a real impact on the sport. As a grappling OG, I witnessed groundbreaking moments during CJI 1 and ADCC 2024, such as $10K for showing up and money paid to all who competed on both events. All right, well, if you're starting off like this, the second half, not going to be too good. Oh, Craig defeated Wagner years ago at UBI. How do you know all this stuff, bro? How do you know all this stuff, Josiah, and can't shrimp out? How do you know all this stuff and can't shrimp, can't forward shrimp? Says the initial announcement of the $1 million prize was uplifting, but the subsequent retraction, it wasn't a prize. It was a consolation prize. Well, I guess a consolation prize is still a prize, but you guys weren't supposed to get $1 million regardless. You watch EBI, yeah. I know, but to me it's crazy. You can't do none of the stuff from EBI. I guess that's what that's what it means to have spectators in the sport. The subsequent retraction felt like a double blow. I believe the financial gain was more important than the win itself, given our short-lived careers. Wagner, you had a long career. What are you talking about? Over 10 years. You understand this, Craig. And that's why CJI's purpose resonated with us all athletes. As the promoter, it's clear you care about the athletes, which is why you promised prize pool of $1 million, which I guess he did give the $1 million to the winners. The prize pool of $1 million was so significant. I'm disappointed that it wasn't fulfilled. It was fulfilled, just not to you in second place. Second place was never supposed to get $1 million. You weren't supposed to get it, Wagner. What's the argument here? You faced unfair decisions in your own matches, but this one feels different because promises were made after and broken. Well, Craig didn't promise you $1 million. It was the sponsor. Go after the sponsor, the anonymous sponsor. Go after that sponsor that pulled the money. Thanks for hosting CJI, but this experience left a sour taste. I hope you can learn from it and ensure future prize pools are honored. It was honored to the winners. You have the potential to make a real difference in athletes' lives. Thank you to all CJI employees, referees, and coordinators. I was treated exceptionally well and honored in every encounter with people. I can only be grateful for this experience. All right, Wagner. I don't know. I know you're upset. I would be upset too, but you didn't win. You didn't win. You didn't win. We don't get $1 million. Nobody else. Everybody else that lost wasn't complaining. And then it was the sponsor that went rogue and said he was going to give you $1 million, and then he decided not to give you $1 million. So, I mean, take it up with him. He's the rich dude. What does Craig got to say in that? Outside of saying the B team won. Somebody says, "Well said. We are so poor, more fun, but less dough." Who said that? I'm reading a couple comments here. The grown man take that? No, it's not. A grown man would move on, and I mean, just move on. Make the $200,000 yourself. You could do some seminars. You got associations. You got sponsors. You can make that $200,000. Now it might take you a while, and it won't be overnight. She said. One lady says, "Thank you for bringing some class and pride back to the conversation. We never had that stuff. Maybe if y'all had led with this and asked the GOAT to calm down with his allegations." Is she making them hold accountability? Pantera, what's up, brother? He says New Wave Jiu-Jitsu or New Wave should be mad at Gordon for crying enough to take the money away. Yeah, where's the heat for Gordon Ryan? Gordon probably screwed that over for you. Talking down to the sponsor, not being grateful. That's why you guys lost the money, but you guys can't even say that. Can't even say nothing. Gordon over here lost you all your money. Where's Wagner's face at? I want to see Wagner's face when I'm talking about him. All right, Wagner. You know where I can find. Well, I'm not going to attack Wagner. I'm not attacking you, Wagner. I'm attacking your argument. Don't attack me. If they want to put a hit out on me, they can try. Hey, listen. I've lived a good life. Not long, but it's been good. Okay, accountability. Yeah, Gordon should have to pay you guys the $1 million. Wagner says, "Can only speak for me." All right, well, that don't help you. The lady says, "We followers and fans, fellow jiu-jitsu practitioners, want to see integrity at the highest levels of our sport. Speaking for myself, I am no longer a follower or a fan of certain GOATs after all the hate and drama and disrespect put out in social media posts." Well, I've been telling you guys forever to be careful who you follow. And now it's biting them back. Gordon needs to pay off his new truck. He already paid that off by sucking up to Moneyberg. Didn't Moneyberg pay for that truck? Or did Moneyberg just pay him enough to put that sticker on there? Yeah, I don't know what to say. At least get this man some new teeth. Help me get a new tooth too. Portuguese class act, very professional. Gordon could learn a thing or two from this post. Hey Wagner, respectfully, I don't believe a promise was made. I do believe the additional money was Craig's to give out. Seems like a donor offered to pay New Wave because they misunderstood the rules and judging criteria, and then after reviewing the criteria, why did the sponsor speak out? The anonymous sponsor needs to be anonymous and not speak out. That's the issue when you got rich people sponsoring the sport and stuff like this. I want to do this, and they go rogue, and then they mess up and got to backpedal. The sponsor probably should pay. He said he did say he was gonna do it, right? He did say the sponsor. Now I don't even know if the sponsor trains. The sponsor should be paying. Sponsor, if you out there watching the stream, you should pay. You said you would. Apparently nobody keeps their words. Gable Stevenson ain't keeping his word. He a wrestler. You think wrestlers keep their word? Rich sponsor dude didn't keep his word. Now Craig never promised second place $1 million. He didn't agree with it. So I do think the sponsor should. He should have. Well, he should have shut up then. Sponsor, you should have shut your mouth. Why'd you speak up? I don't go around promising money I don't got. Hey, I'll give you $1 million. If I said that, you people on here on the live stream, on Instagram, on wherever else, they'd be like, "Well, you said you're gonna give the money out. Like you're a liar." They'll be attacking me. attacking my everything about me. Anonymous sponsor. Well, he's a nice guy. Blah blah blah. He's a good guy. You people will be attacking me if I said I'll give $1 million and didn't give $1 million. You guys attack me if I say I'll give $10 and don't give $10. So there is a double standard out here. Rich sponsor, anonymous sponsor guy. You did say you would. You did say you would give $1 million. That is true. That is true. He should get that $1 million. That's true. Now, if he had waited and asked somebody before he started talking up, he wouldn't have to get that $1 million. And now he looks bad. So I wouldn't have no dealing with that $1 million sponsor or whoever that rich guy is or person is. How much is the lease on his new gym? Gordon's? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know Gordon's finances. You don't know what his mortgage is. You don't know what the rent at the gym is. You don't know if his cars are paid off. You don't know if his watch is paid off. You don't know if his watch is real. Gordon, don't come after me. I'm making some jokes, bro. We don't know his finances, you know. He could have spent all his BJJ Fanatics money. MTK Oob. I don't know how to say your name, bro. He says the sponsor is a crypto billionaire. Invite Craig's gym in Bali. Oh, he invited Craig to the gym in Bali. Oh, all right. Well, if you trust a crypto billionaire person, that's on you. If that's the person you putting your trust in, well, you deserve to get. That's like trusting Moneyberg. You think you should trust Moneyberg? I can tell you a mile away, don't trust that person. So let that be a lesson to all my athletes out there, jiu-jitsu and wrestling. Don't trust these rich people. Look at Foxcatcher. Look at all these, bro. Says maybe they were just trolling Gordon. That's true. Maybe they were. I mean, I wouldn't do that. You know, people got their hopes up. Wagner over there was counting on that money. Mika was counting on that money. I would feel bad if you promised Mika Galval $200,000 and then, you know, he got a kid on the way. He doesn't know if his watch is real. I don't know if the watch is real. I don't know anything. Quan, are you on the stream? Quan can tell us. Says the rent is too high. I mean, they're in Austin, Texas, so the rent don't look to be that expensive. If you're next to AutoZone and whatever else, not in an upscale area, but, you know, I guess even that Alliance School is next to Target or CVS or something. I don't know. Says involved in the building of the Bali gym. Oh, they got a gym in Bali? I didn't know that. Is it Guardian Gym or something? Yeah, well, I don't know if they're trolling. We got to this point. You guys, you love Craig, you love Gordon. I can't tell when they're making jokes, when they're trolling, when they're being serious, when they're being thoughtful. You guys have enabled all of this. You people, not just you on the stream, but you people in the sport, the spectators, the people that don't train but watch the sport and be the loudest people in the room. A lot of you people, you guys have enabled all of this. The people that bought all the DVDs, if you bought a Craig Jones or Gordon Ryan DVD, you guys enabled all of this. You guys supported all of this. You bought the OnlyFans, you bought the merch. You guys enabled all of this. And most of the athletes, they're training. We be like, well, that guy over there is crazy. That guy over there is crazy. Let me just train and focus on myself. Most of the athletes, I mean, outside of the Nazis and whatever else people we got in the sport, we just train. We don't say nothing. They play their video games. They train. Yeah, most of these people don't train. Josiah just started training, and he posts more than 99% of people in the sport. Can't even shrimp. I'm just saying, people enabled all of this to happen. You let all these egos grow to this point. Well, I didn't let these millionaire people in the sport. They came in themselves. But people let them do what they want to do and say what they want to say. And then people get upset when they did what they wanted to do and said what they wanted to say. MTK says it's through Craig's foundation building gyms in impoverished areas. It is money. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't want nobody coming after me, taking me out. I have no idea where the money's coming from, and I'm not gonna ask. I'm not asking for their money. I'm not taking their money. I'm not asking for their money. You think you can get this money for free? You think this stuff is for free? You think they're gonna give you $1 million for free? They're gonna help sponsor you for free? You think they're gonna help you do all this stuff for free? None of this stuff is free. Mushmaster says, "What's up, Mushmaster?" He says, "Form black belts, real equals real life white belt." Yeah. Josiah says, "Excuse me, I can shrimp." Don't be mad when Gianni. All right. I can't wait for tomorrow. Josiah, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Who's gonna liven up this stream? Who's Marley gonna talk to? Who's gonna greet new people in the stream? MTK says, so many people think they train and they only come on once or twice a month. Yeah, well, that's your average person. And then they complain when they don't get belts. I've never seen people complain so much. Do judo people complain this much? Jiu-jitsu people complain about free stuff. They complain about having to warm up, about having to drill, about having to study, about everything, about having to roll. You ever heard people complain so much? Oh, shoot, I forgot about Wagner. Hey, Wagner, I forgot about you over there. He scared me a little bit. Blah, blah, blah. Well, somebody already said. Let me keep reading, bro. Seems like the donor offered to pay New Wave because they misunderstood the rules and judging criteria. Surprised the rich person doesn't know the rules and didn't ask anybody. Came to the conclusion that the judges got it right and rescinded. Wait a second. Misunderstood the rules and judging criteria, and then after reviewing the criteria, should have said that before. Came to the conclusion that the judges got it right and rescinded the offer. I haven't competed for a cash prize like that, and I almost certainly never will, but can understand the frustrations here. Seems like the donor maybe should have understood the criteria before offering to provide Team New Wave with a payout as well. As a fan of the sport, I very much hope we will continue to see you compete in CJI tourneys again. That rich billionaire person probably should just pay. Now, would they pay? Probably not. Mushmaster says, Danny Choppa. Josiah might get that Reddit treatment. You know they kicked him off Reddit. Mushmaster says, judo people just train and argue about the proper names of throws. I guess there's drama everywhere. They be arguing about how to grow their sport. We over here arguing about $1 million. And judo people arguing about what the proper name of a throw is. We got different mindsets. Wagner says, brother. He says, brother, fact is it's over and we can agree and we can agree to disagree. Truthfully, it doesn't matter now because we are all past it. Well, you made that big post, Wagner, so you weren't past it. Someone says, with all due respect, I do think it matters, and clearly everyone is not past it, given your post and recent comments from your New Wave teammates. I would put it back on you. The athletes to do better. It was a privilege to compete for the amount of money that was up for grab. They also could have got $50K for submissions, but did Wagner go for a submission? He could at least got $100,000 out of that. It was a privilege to compete for that amount of money that was up for grabs. The decision was not corrupt but controversial. We need more reason and humility in situations like these. Unfortunately, it seems like whenever athletes start making millions, these virtues go away. Maybe Craig has it wrong. The purity of the sport is preserved if everyone remains an amateur and not a millionaire. That might be true. I don't know. I don't have $1 million. Now let me get $1 million and I'll tell you guys. This has certainly left a sour taste in my mouth. Hey buddy, we don't have all the information, so it's hard to take sides. The thing is, the way Craig phrased it seems like not paying anymore was more sticking it to Gordon's face than being fair. Gordon cost him $1 million, bro. I'd be upset. Be upset at Gordon, bro. Why everybody upset? New Wave. Everybody at New Wave upset with everybody except for Gordon Ryan. We'll see how long this team lasts. How long this team gonna last? Because if I was there, I would be upset if Gordon lost me a milli. Well, $200K. I'd be upset. I'd be ready to leave. I'm going to B team or Simple Man, wherever that. Says not paying anymore was more sticking it to Gordon's face than being fair. Whether we believe B Team or New Wave won, whether we like or dislike Gordon or Craig, the fact is the 5 guys who competed for New Wave deserve respect and have nothing to do with pettiness or rivalries between other people. I agree, it didn't sound like the money was ever Craig's to give, but from his latest post and phrasing, it surely looked like he was rubbing it on Gordon's face or in Gordon's face, not giving away the money anymore, whether it was his money or not. Those two won't ever respect each other again, ever again. And that's okay. But given the fact that there were other people involved and the 5 guys who fought for New Wave kept their cool even though they disagree with the overall decision, they should be given some respect. I don't know what you mean. What respect are they not being given? Craig, listen to how Craig talks about Wagner and Mika. My impression is there were 5 guys who felt they deserved to win, and some went as far as implying it was corruption. Some kept their mouth shut, and some, no matter how polite and classy their comments are, do not show respect for the privilege they were given, and likewise do not show respect for the persons and promotion that they and you seem to be demanding from them. We got people arguing in the comments. Wagner didn't really say much, really, you know. Says, can we also just keep in mind that every athlete got paid more than they would have for first prize in ADCC just to participate? Were they also paid $10,002 to compete? If so, shut up, everybody. Take that money. Take that 10K. Shoot, I'll take the 10K quick. Says CGI official is and continues to be the best opportunity for grapplers to showcase their skills. I don't think everybody got 10-2 for this tournament. How much money would that have been? Was there 8 teams? 8 times 5 is 40. 40 times 10, $400,000, right? That can't be right. Maybe. CGI is and continues to be the best opportunity for grapplers to showcase their skills among the best in the world and be paid for their work. The prize pool for winning is additional to their pay to participate in the event. Was there? Can somebody verify that for me? Because I don't remember if that was true. They were paid to participate in the event. Let's all be grateful for the opportunities being created for the sport. Wagner says right, 100% right, but mistakes were made. Wagner, just take your $10,000. Someone says quit deleting comments. Sorry, everybody. You know when I wake up, I can't even talk. Who else doing 3-hour live streams on Jiu-Jitsu? I'm waiting for somebody to do some 3-hour live streams consistently. Now, they can beat me once or twice, but they ain't going to be more consistent than me. Wagner over here arguing in his comments. He says, brother, people are cursing or attacking my personal, and I delete it. I teach kids and families not trying to argue things I can't change. Keep it respectful. Wagner over there, yeah, some comments might be bad, though. I don't really see anything. Portuguese. Someone says, I honestly think Gordon Ryan whining and complaining while not even being a part of the event cost you all money. Gordon should have shut his mouth up. I'd be upset. Gordon wasn't even there. Costing you a milli. All right, Gordon, you better pay that milli then. Someone says, unpopular take. Was a promise made? It sounds like an anonymous donation was made on the condition it be provided to New Wave. The donor rescinded that offer after he learned about how things were communicated. What is Craig and the promotion expected to do? It's sad to say, but as classy as this response is, there is a tad bit of entitlement that I don't think is founded. Yeah, I mean, don't trust anybody saying they're gonna give you $1 million. Is that fair to everybody? We all read it. New Wave will also receive $1 million, printed and published. That's not on Team New Wave. They've got a great case in court if they so choose to pursue it. I don't know if they do. I sympathize with New Wave. That's a extremely rough rub. Why would you use that word? From a nobody / outside observer, my hunch is social media attacks killed the additional donor funds, but who knows? All right, Gordon, you owe your boys $1 million. All right, not much we can say. I would be upset too, but not enough to make a post about it publicly, I wouldn't be trusting nobody to give me $1 million anyway, unless I earned it for real. Unless you earned the milli. Otherwise, we got some Moneyberg over here. Moneyberg, why don't you give those guys $1 million? Gerald, what's up, man? He said, keep up the consistency, brother. That's all we got in this life, bro. Consistency. That's how you get good at stuff. You got to be consistent. Let's watch Moneyberg. What do he got to show?
Jiu-Jitsu people are idiots, they're poor, they're losers, and all that. It's gonna bite him in the ass one day, man. You can't continue like that, man. That's very disrespectful, man. Told him, Derek, the problem is not the fact that you got your black belt, it's the fact that you got it in 3.5 years. What the fuck, man? That's like reserved for the elite. And I just told him, listen, if you want to shut these guys up, just compete in a local tournament in the Masters division. And even if you lose, as long as you do a good job, people will leave you alone. He's like, I don't give a shit. Agree. I don't give a shit what these losers think. I'm like, okay, whatever, man, okay. Let me tell you about Moneyberg. That guy, he's very disrespectful towards the Jiu-Jitsu community. The way he talks is like, Jiu-Jitsu people are idiots, they're poor, they're losers, and all that. It's gonna bite him in the ass one day, man. You can't continue like that, man.
Yeah, I think I was sick. I think I was sick, Mustache. Whatever I had, that took me out for a while. I was like, I couldn't even talk on the stream, but I kept streaming. Who else keeps streaming when they're sick and can't talk? I was streaming and coughing. I was still streaming. I still stream. You guys know I'm healthy lifestyle, bro. I don't touch nothing over here. And I keep streaming, bro. Leg could be broken, knock on wood. Neck could be jacked up. Jacked my neck up yesterday. Still streaming, bro. Can't stop me. Hopefully they don't stop me. No, YouTube can stop me for sure. I'll just stream on Instagram. Mustache says, how is it Gordon's fault again? He kept talking shit. I think you kept attacking CGI. CJI, sorry. I said CGI. I think he kept attacking Craig and the whole organization, and I don't think he was thankful. My man Gordon wasn't thankful. He kept making posts. I got a good feeling he didn't help the case, though. We all know Gordon messed it up for everybody. Come on, let's agree to that. I mean, don't trust. Why are you guys trusting these rich people anyway? Alec got that vape cough. Come on, man. You guys know I be promoting healthy living on here. Gerald says, I'm trying to grow something too in a few months and I'm trying to be the busiest in my category. Just grind until it works out. What category are you in, bro? I mean, you gotta grind, but grind smart though. Moneyberg has insulted everybody, so we're not even gonna talk about him. Josiah, I'm really gonna miss you, brother. Guys, get your fill of Josiah. This is the last day. To have Josiah talking about Grippo. He might be off the stream too. Josiah, are you gonna be able to be on the stream afterwards? I wonder, because if I see any Grippo talk, bro, where my fingers at? You out of here. You out quick, bro. I can't. Ooh, where's my Thor's hammer? Boom. Hit you with that. I'm at you hard, bro. I'm at you hard. I'm gonna miss you, bro. You've been a big part of this stream. You've been a big part of this stream, and you've been more consistent than me. The only person that's been more consistent is Josiah. He been way more. Gerald says, my wife and I are on YouTube. Okay, awesome, man. Shout out to you, bro. I can't help you too much on YouTube. You know, I'm still figuring it out. I've been on YouTube about 10 years. like actually trying YouTube for 10 years. So it's been a grind. We got a Mushmaster actually sent this to me. We got Teddy Reiner. Let's see how a real judoka is out here living life.
In the UFC here in the United States?
The sport, good things, too different to judo, but sometime I know what's the fight. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think you could take some of those guys? I mean, yeah. Never. No.
I'm good to my sport. I love judo.
A lot of your skills would transfer to mixed martial arts.
When you see sometimes the fight, you see judo. I see judo. I see different movement, shijibe, wrestling.
What do you plan on doing after your career?
You can see that during this year.
Okay. All right. Take care. Nice to meet you. Au revoir. Hey, Monsieur Reiner, what brings you to LA?
Just for the holiday.
My man got enough. He making enough money to have a holiday. Now some of you jiu-jitsu people can't even afford to take a holiday. You got to post online constantly. Well, that sounds like me. I'm going on a holiday tomorrow. work holiday. Jason Whitfield says, "LOL, pronounce Teddy Reiner. Teddy Reiner. No. We said Teddy Reiner over here. Teddy Reiner. Nah. Jason Whitfield, you start your own show and you pronounce. I know you be messing people's name up too, Jason Whitfield. Come on. I throw them Eastern European names at you. You're gonna mess it up. Let me listen.
Hey, would you ever consider being in the UFC here in the United States?
The sport, good things, too different to judo, but sometime I know.
Was that Judo TV? I need to get a Judo TV account.
Que no contestas mis... No sé qué pasó. Que no contestas mis...
I ain't telling you where I'm going. What? So you can set me up? Nah, I'm good, bro. I ain't telling you where I'm going. Mushmaster says, my holidays were tournaments. That's true. You know, the smart people, you know, you leave a couple days to, you know, at least a day or two, you know, you go to Europeans, go check out Lisbon, you go to LA, you know, for Worlds, you go check out the beach, you know, you leave a couple of days to do something. You know, some people, all they do is compete and go to the I was about to say hospital. they do go to hospital, but some people compete and go to the airport. So if you guys are traveling, you on that tournament grind, you know, save a day or a couple hours to do something. Mushmaster says the UFC can't afford Teddy. Yeah, they can't. They can't. I'm surprised they could afford Kayla. Kayla, they probably lowball Kayla. Kayla don't even make as much as Ronda. I mean, Ronda was a champion though. Kayla's a champion too now. Hopefully her next fight she makes some big money. But I mean, really, nobody's really making big money in the UFC. Who's making big money in the UFC? You ain't gonna make more than $10 million in the UFC per fight. You know, like the high end. Well, let's see. Can we see what the Mushmaster sent me on a rant? No, I want to see what's the highest payout. Not including Conor McGregor. Let's see. It's not that high. Bro, UFC some scum lords, bro. UFC some scum lords, man. They some scum. I mean, I like some of the fighters, though. Is the payout for both fights? No, it's for one fighter. GSP made $2.5 million in his fight versus Bisping. Okay. Ronda Rousey made $2.6 million. John Jones made $2.6 million. Is this old stuff? Anderson Silva made $2.8 million versus Chael Sonnen. Okay. How much did Chael Sonnen make? Conor McGregor made $3 million versus Khabib. John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, $3.6 million. GSP versus Jake Shields. Hey, Jake Shields. How much did Jake Shields get? $4.3 million. I didn't know Jake Shields was in the. Jake Shields, why are you selling out, bro? How much did Jake Shields make? Let's check out that next. Nate Diaz made $4.3 million versus Conor. Anderson Silva made $4.3 million versus Weidman, the second match. Conor versus Jose Aldo made $4.4 million. Is that the biggest fight? I think Brock Lesnar made the most money. They can't afford Teddy. Yeah. And these are all some old fights. Where are the new fights at? And there's no more pay-per-view. They ain't making no more millies. They might make 1 milli. Jason Whitfield says compete and go to the hospital. Sounds like Master 6 blue belts is pretty accurate. Josiah says, why y'all don't think Grippo winning tomorrow? I think it's because of you, Josiah. we don't want Grippo to win because of you. I like Grippo. I'm actually want Grippo to do well, but I think because of you, we kind of rooting against Grippo. How'd you turn us against Grippo, bro? Only you could do that, Josiah. Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm, $4.5 million. These some old fights. Ronda Rousey versus Amanda Nunes, $4.8 million. Them girls ain't making as much as Ronda. Conor versus Nate Diaz, $5.5 million. Conor versus Nate Diaz again. Which fight was that? The second one. $5.6 million. Conor versus Eddie Alvarez, $6.8 million. Okay, Conor definitely making a lot. But that's Conor McGregor. Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt, $8 million. And Mark Hunt he trying to get that he trying to get that money from the class action lawsuit. They didn't even pay Mark Hunt. And you guys know LOL Snap, he on that suit too. One of those suits. Mushmaster says $3 million doesn't last long. For an average person, it can. But you got to remember, these guys have a lot of costs. They got taxes. They have kids. Yeah, they got a lot of expenses. You know, they want a nice car. They want to live in a nice house. That $3 million ain't gonna get you a baller pad. Too many places. Maybe in Vegas you might get a nice place. Property tax. Oh, property tax got you. What else? That $3 million goes quick. You got to get a couple good watches now because all your friends got good watches. Now you need the Rolly. I need the new Benz. I need the new iPhone. That $3 million go fast. Mushmaster says your best bet to make a bag in MMA is a class action when you're old. Yeah. So you just gotta assume they're gonna screw you out of your money, out of your wages, and you guys keep supporting the UFC. And I'm gonna let you know them fighters ain't gonna ever make $8 million. What fighter in the UFC? Brock Lesnar was already famous. Conor was already super famous when he started making some real money. That's it. And they still ain't made more than Brock Lesnar. That was UFC 200. When was that? That was a flat fee. Okay, he made more money than that. Brock Lesnar made a lot more money than everybody. It said $8 million in flat fee and pay-per-view deal to compete. When was UFC 200? Oh, yeah, long-term health care. You're going to have brain damage. UFC 200 was in 2016. That's 9 years ago, almost a decade. And no fighter has ever made that much money in the UFC. And you're going to tell me that the UFC's, yeah, that long-term health care, that $3 million going to be gone. Because they're going to need more, they're going to need more health care when they get older. Their body's broken, their mind's broken. You think they're going to be moving around in 50 and 60 and 70 and 80? Look at BJ Penn. He in his 40s. He going crazy. He might not make it to his 50s. I want to see how much Jake Shields make. Jake Shields. This ain't really real. I don't really have the figures up. AI, where you at? Oh, that doesn't look too good. That can't be right. Did BJ Penn squander all his money? This can't be right. Frank Mir, $9 million. Rashad Evans, $9 million. Matt Hughes, $8 million. Quentin Rampage Jackson, $8 million. That might be true for Rampage. You know, Rampage made a lot of money in Pride. Forrest Griffin, $7 million. I don't know if that's right. John Jones, $4 million. That ain't right. That ain't right at all. Will you ever stop rolling? Hell no. Why would you say that, bro? Why would I stop doing something I love doing? Let's look at some of his salaries. Okay, so he definitely didn't make that much money. No wonder he had to sell out the Moneyberg. Gerald says, long-term medical care removes commas from bank accounts, especially for these guys. You know, your average person might be okay with that $3 million, right? You know, you drive in the Corolla, you got the Toyota Corolla, house, modest house, you know, depending on where you are in the country. Yeah, well, it depends on where you are in the country, really. You know, I'm not sure. If you can get a house for $300,000, you might be okay. Pay that off. Okay, you might be able to afford a vacation once a year. You probably still need to have some income coming through. Of course, taxes, property taxes, insurances. Now, if you throw kids in there, you got how many kids you got? Okay, go ahead and take a couple $100,000 off of there. It take about $200,000, almost $300,000 to raise a kid. Yeah, medical healthcare costs too. I'm just saying regular healthcare costs, dental, whatever else you got going on. Yeah, that money go quick, bro. That money go quick. Asm says Rampage disowned his son like Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo's got a son? Oh, he disowned it. Why did he disown his son though? We might need to look into that. So just a quick rundown of my Mr. Jake Shields' finances. He only really got money from 2010 to 2014. That money spent. He made $150,000. This is not all his earnings, but you know, in 2010, $75,000 in 2011. You know, when you a fighter, your income be going like this. You might have a couple good years and a couple bad years. He made $75,000 2011. Okay, he made what's 75? He made 150. He made another 150 in 2011. Never mind. 2012 he made 150. 2013 he made 150. He got a salary. How did he get a salary? Oh, just from fighting. All right, so he made I don't know what was that 150, 150. 3, 6, 750. He made less than $1 million. He made less than $1 million from 2014 to 2010 to 2014. At 1 year, 4 years, he made $1 million or less. Look, almost $1 million. He spent that money. That money's gone. And you know what? You get a divorce, boom, half your money. $3 million becomes $1.5 million. Quick. You get that divorce. That divorce be taking people out too. We're going to search something up. Rampage. Let's see. I didn't see that one. He has cut contact with his son. That ain't disowning your son, bro. That's waiting till the heat dies down, bro. That's waiting till the heat dies down. Says the son of UFC fighter Quentin Rampage Jackson allegedly attacked a man during a wrestling show. Asm says he would like a divorce. Now, you think your bank account would like that? Now, if your wife's the breadwinner, then maybe. I still haven't seen no charges to his son. guys, also we don't talk about too much politics on here. I know there's politics and stuff that happened yesterday. We ain't delving into that. That's not my wheelhouse, okay? We're gonna stick to MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, judo, combat sports. We're not gonna talk about politics or who got shot or who didn't get shot. Roger Jackson interrupted a match during Knox Experience show put on by WWE affiliated Knox Pro Wrestling Academy, picking up and slamming Stuart Smith, who wrestles under the name Psycho Stu, and repeatedly punching him. The incident was live streamed on Jackson's Kick account. Why the heck that kid was streaming him assaulting someone, I don't know. These kids nowadays different. Where's Rampage at? Says the live stream shows that Jackson had been milling about the backstage area for the event prior to the show. Smith approached Jackson and started to address him while in character and strike him with a beer can. It is unclear if the can had been gimmicked or modified to be safely used as a weapon. Smith then informed that Jackson is not a worker, meaning that he is not a wrestler, and the two are separated following a stare down, and as seen on the live stream. Smith attempts to apologize after Knox trainer Reno says he always thinks that we're working over here like it's part of the storyline. The apology is eventually accepted after it is agreed that Jackson will be a part of the match. The two shake hands multiple times on the live stream. We'll make something out of it. As he is taken from the backstage area into the crowd, Jackson is told by wrestlers, Roger Jackson, obviously people, to give him a receipt. A receipt is a wrestling term for equal response to a previous transgression. As long as I get my lick back, I'm straight, Jackson says on the live stream. One of Jackson's friends described him as a hothead. You're gassing this volatile. The friend is described as a hothead. You're gassing this volatile person that you know has anger issues up. Then you basically convince him to go out there and ruin his life. Nobody told him to ruin his life. And another man's life. Also, you can feel like some big somebody. Jackson proceeds to watch the show from the front row while reading comments from the Kick live stream and appears to be increasingly agitated. I'm not playing no games, Jackson says to the camera. He definitely wasn't playing no games. Asm says, I like the new comments on the screen. Can you see the comments? I'm going to London tomorrow. No Armor BJJ. Go check out Armor, bro. Go check out Armor for me. Let me know what's up over there. I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to make my way out over there. I can't see your comments. The screen is white. He proceeds to wait a second. Jackson spoke to the live stream during the multi-team tag match that involved Smith saying, I'm not picking up the dude. The match began over an hour after the backstage confrontation. They told me to hit him and just leave. Someone will pull me off of him and we'll leave. I'm telling you, I'm going to hit him as many times as I can. Oh, that doesn't sound good. You just going to use the sauna? Keep your clothes on. You got to keep your clothes on in that sauna, bro. Fion don't want to see what you got. Jackson then is seen entering the ring after Smith hits a spear on his opponent and his back is turned to where Jackson was sitting. That spear was the cue for Jackson to enter. He proceeds to pick up and slam Smith to the mat, mount him, and land at least 20 punches. That did not look good. And has his back turned to where Jackson was sitting. Okay, the cue. He proceeds to land 20 punches. The live stream shows Smith appears unconscious following either the slam or the first punch. The wrestlers involved in the match attempt to pull Jackson off of Smith. Multiple wrestlers are required to keep Jackson in the corner of a ring while Smith lies bloodied. After being driven to a separate parking lot during the live stream, Jackson receives a call from a person, apparently Hudson, who tells him Smith is flatlined in the ring. My bad, Jackson said as a response. These Gen Z people will knock you out. Where is Rampage? Says USA Today reached out to Roger Jackson through social media and did not receive an immediate response. Where's the Rampage at though? I just wanted to see Rampage, so I guess there are no charges yet, but I mean, terrible situation. Thoughts on Gracie Baja? I mean, if that's what you got out there, go for it, bro. If that's what you got, you know, you go to Gracie Baja. You know, you go to Gracie Baja. If that's what you got. Did anybody see this? How many kids does Rampage have? Says weeks ago, Rampage Jackson revealed he set aside college tuition for his 2 Japanese sons and bail money aside for his son Raja. That's messed up, Rampage. Oh, Dustin Miller. Yeah, go. Yeah, if that's where you want to go, if that's what you got, go to Gracie Baja. There's some good Gracie Bajas out there. Now there's some cult like Gracie Bajas too. You know what? Get your wallet ready. When you go to Gracie Baja, you got to get the uniform, get the shirts. You got to get, everything got to say Gracie Baja on it. Jason Whitfield says, Rampage said Raja hid some of the facts from him. Rampage said Raja's actions also put his other children in danger due to public backlash. Rampage thinks his son should do time. Wow. Rampage. I mean, Rampage, he just like you. Although didn't Rampage run over some people or went on a wild goose chase? That's his son for real. Rampage's family didn't disown him, so I don't think he should disown his kids now.
Son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college, and my 2 Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college, so I saved up college tuition for the 2 Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Let's rewatch that again. The Japanese kids.
Roger and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college, and my 2 Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college, so I saved up college tuition for the 2 Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him.
How many kids does Rampage have? This is 18 days ago. Said the defense are going to love this video in court. Yeah, I mean, did he ever have a shot, bro? I mean, look at his dad's an MMA fighter, hyper aggressive. His nickname is Rampage. What? I think his mom was murdered or something. What chance was this kid gonna have? He calls his Japanese kids and calls Raja by his name. Kinda weird. Says one of his Japanese sons appears to not want to be involved on the streams. He's been at the house when Rampage starts his streams and will immediately leave. So that probably includes him not dropping his name. All right, I respect that. Says Bali money only helps after someone gets in trouble. Or bail money. Yeah. Bail. I thought he said Bali. Bail money. Stay out of trouble then. There are cults in non-Gracie Bajas too, but let's be honest, Gracie Baja, the Gracie family, look at the Gracie family. The closer you are to the Gracie family, the closer you are to cults. I don't know if that made any sense. The closer you are to the Gracie family, the closer you are to cults. I'm not saying every Gracie Baja, but you gotta drink some Kool-Aid. Gracie University, Gracie Baja. Now I like Gracie Humaita, and I like the home of the Bahal Gracie Baja. I'm not sure about the other Gracie Bajas. There gotta be some good ones. I mean, most martial arts are pretty cultish though. Says the Japanese girl didn't want to be on the stream either. Might be they don't want to spotlight Japanese culture thing. They are likely embarrassed of him. Well, he's the one paying all the bills.
Rogers.
He paying all the bills. You embarrassing your dad. He paying all your bills.
Rogers and his oldest son, whole life.
Says brother, they're not regular Japanese people. They're Japanese Americans who grew up in the U.S. My buddy was dating the Japanese girl. Oh, I don't know about that. Let me get away from that. Says maybe because unlike them, Raja is a public figure who puts himself on streams. Is that really a bad thing not to want to leak your other kids' names? I mean, you could search it up though. Bro, what TF? You're basically enabling your son to commit crime and keeping money just in case. That's what rich people do. That's exactly what rich people do. What you expect rich people to do? Let their kids rot in jail? No, they're going to bail their kids out. On says, which Gracie school is the most cultish and which one is the closest to Helio? They're the same thing. I'm saying they the same thing. The school closest to Helio is the cultiest one. I'll leave it up to you to figure that one out. Josiah's talking about the bet. We know. Come on, Josiah. I'm going to miss you, Josiah. Guys, make sure you enjoyed Josiah. This might be his last day on the stream because after Friday, that might be it for him. Because I don't know if he can talk. If he can't talk about Grippo, how's he going to survive on the stream? MTQ says, have you seen the video of Raja and Rampage playfully fighting at an MMA gym? Pretty illustrative. I haven't seen that. It's on YouTube. I mean, Rampage definitely got CTE. Rampage has always been a scumbag, and the way he treats his son only serves to reinforce this. Says, yep, he turned his kid into a human weapon and bullied him the whole way. Then he went and hurt somebody. Complete failure of parenting. Why would you think a UFC fighter, MMA fighter would be a great parent? Stop trying to pass the blame. Raja is a 25-year-old adult. He knew better and still went on to do what he did. If I was raised like Raja, I can't say for sure. Jason Whitfield, see, I can say his name. I can't say for sure I wouldn't have done what he did. I am who I am and have the sense I do because of how I was raised and my experiences. What else but Raja can a man like Rampage create? So it says, are you completely discounting the role of parenting? Like all 25-year-old POSs, that would brutally smash the face of an unconscious person had amazing parents. But now they are 25, so quality parenting or lack thereof has nothing to do with the behavior. Well, he's an adult, so. On says, I saw it on IG. Okay, we might have to look at that. If Grippo gets destroyed in the first round, what will happen to Josiah? I don't know. I'm worried about Homeboy. All I know is Homeboy can't talk on this stream no more. That's it. That's it, Josiah. You getting the hammer, bro. The hammer. The hammer's coming down on Josiah come Friday. I'm going to miss you, bro. We had a good run. Now, if Grippo pulls out the win, I'm going to have to eat some crow. I met Rampage once when I was in high school. He was a few years older than me, and at the time he had recently been kicked out of college for beating his roommate half to death with the phone in their dorm room. I told you, Raja, just like his daddy. I told you guys that. He's just not as good of a fighter, that's all. But he's the same thing, same person. I believe it was his wrestling teammate and the heavyweight from their team. When I was introduced to him, it was by some wrestlers who bragged about how violent he was. His nickname is Rampage. In and out of competition, he had powerbombed a kid in a freestyle wrestling tournament and had been banned from competing a few years back. He went to a rougher school than I did, and we came from a violent city. Where is he from? Tennessee or somewhere? Memphis? Is he from Memphis? So when I saw his success years later in MMA, I was honestly pretty happy to see someone like him make it out of his humble beginnings and have a fruitful career in spite of some big mistakes. It saddens me today to see that he raised a son with the same stupid mentality that he had as a young man. Clearly, Raja was brought up believing his pride was so valuable that he should kill another man before he risked seeing it harmed. Raja himself is a victim of his fathers. Rampage had the means, but not the good sense to distance himself or distance his children from the life he knew as a young man. I feel bad for Raja, and worse for the wrestler who saw the results of his violent and childish outburst. I hope Rampage feels the effects of this tragedy swiftly and for years to come. I don't think Rampage will. Go eat crow, Alec. All right, bro. All right, Josiah. I hope I see you in person too, Josiah. I'm gonna grab your ankle. I don't care how many EBIs you've seen. You can't defend no ankle lock. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna get that Money Burke toehold on you. Jason Whitfield, that's not a threat. That's just a lively banter. Jason Whitfield says, I don't know how many of us are going to come back to the stream if Gianni wins. Not sure how much more Gianni we can take. I hate that I have to root against someone I have no ill will against. Josiah turned everybody. Josiah became the villain. Sometimes you start out with good intentions. You just want to talk about Grippo, and then you become the villain on the live stream. If you guys want to see Grippo lose, I'm sorry, Grippo. If you want to see Grippo lose, go hit the Cash App. Now, Jason Whitfield hit the Cash App. Thank you, Jason Whitfield. But if you guys want to see, if you want to see Grippo lose, I'm sorry, Grippo. It's not you, Grippo. It's Josiah. If you guys want to see Josiah lose, hit the Cash App. I'm gonna use this time to promote myself. That's marketing. This is my marketing. Josiah, you helping me raise some funds, bro. If you guys want to see Josiah lose tomorrow, go ahead and hit the Cash App, everybody. Josiah, Josiah started off. You're supposed to be the hero. You're supposed to save the Force or be on the light side of the Force, Josiah. Now you're the dark side. I'm sorry, bro. And there's not really much I can say about Raja. He was screwed from the beginning. You know, he was screwed from People say Rampage is a good dad based on how he treats his kids on stream, but come on, do people really think a man who hops from woman to woman will really be there for his son growing up? You know, how much of that is from CTE, from all the wrestling and all the concussions all over the years and MMA? All because Rampage is funny and seems chill with his sons on stream doesn't mean he's a good dad. That's true. It says he did divorce his wife to take in Raja, though. Him and his Japanese ex-wife were already looking after his eldest son and his 2 Japanese kids. Raja's mom then died, giving Rampage full custody over him. His wife didn't want to add another kid to the household, so Rampage divorced her in order to live with Raja while becoming a weekend dad for his other kids. Oh, wow. That's a pretty terrible situation. Says, yeah, he did the right thing taking care of Raja, but the way he raised him is questionable to say. Well, that kid was going to be screwed up regardless. His mom died. Was she murdered or she died? Mom died. Dad is, crazy. What chance was he going to have? Says, in retrospect, the kid would have been better without a father. Probably not. He would have been probably dead by now. Yeah, well, just, how you are. Yeah, I don't know. I can't judge anybody. Josiah's he's the heel and he's the dark side of the Force. He didn't mean to. I know you didn't mean for that to happen, Josiah, but that's how it is. On says, if UFC BJJ gave you a call to rematch Cody Steele, would you do it? Probably not. Because Cody Steele, I don't want to do UFC. Because I would be leaking that contract. Claudia's like, all right, Alec, kiss my ring, Alec. I can't do that. Claudia be over there whipping me. she be stepping on me, sitting on me. I know some of you guys will pay for that. Where's Jason Whitfield at? I saw online that she was murdered. Yeah, I mean, that kid, I mean, his mom was murdered. His dad is Rampage. What? The odds are against him. Completely against him. When I rant, I can knock out some hours when I start ranting. Josiah, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Dustin Miller says I saw. Yeah, okay, saw online. So I wouldn't go to UFC BJJ. They would kick me out of there because I would I wouldn't kowtow, whatever how you say it. I wouldn't be, I don't want to be underneath Claudia. I can't stand her. Never met her though. Claudia and Josiah are the heels on this show. And Moneyberg. Josiah, sorry, bro. Yeah, Claudia, I can't work with her or under her or near her. Dana White, I don't like Dana White. I will be exposing the contract. I'll be exposing that contract online. They're gonna sue me if I show that contract. I'll be dissing you. I couldn't do it, bro. I'm sorry. Cody seems like he's busy with fighting, so he might have to go to UFC BJJ if you don't win another fight, though. Dustin Miller says, can't wait for the Moneyberg collab with Josiah or Claudia. He already collabed. Moneyberg already collabed with Claudia. Now there won't be no Moneyberg collab over here. We got some I don't want to say morals, pride. We got Mr. Demetrius Johnson over here. What he got to say?
Promote the event instead of it's like
not at CJI. I sacrifice all self-respect for these guys.
You're a better promoter than Dana White. I'm gonna throw,
Thank you.
You're killing it.
The hairline's on the way, Good, big shoes to fill.
You have the promoter, then you have the athlete. It's the promoter's job to promote the athlete's fights. But nowadays, they throw it more on the athlete to promote the event instead of, it's like,
not at CJI. I sacrifice all self-respect for these guys.
You're a better promoter than Dana White. I'm gonna throw,
Thank you.
You're killing it.
The hairline's on the way, Good, big shoes to fill.
You have the promoter, then you have the athlete.
Listen, there's nothing I can do to Claudia that she hasn't already experienced. There's nothing I can do to Claudia that she hasn't already experienced. We played the videos. She got too much experience for me. She'll wear me out. Claudia will be showing me some tricks and some moves I had never seen or had done to me before. I'd be over there changed man. And you guys be like, well, man, Alex not the same no more, man. What happened to him, man? He was never the same once Claudia got him, man. Claudia be inserting stuff and taking stuff out. I couldn't deal with that. Claudia had me around her finger. I can't. Why would I set myself up for that? Oh, Alec, yeah, I heard what you said. No, I ain't gonna go to the lion's den, the wolves den. I ain't going. Now, Jason Whitfield might sign up. Jason Whitfield, you want to sign up for UFC BJJ? Yeah, I can't do nothing to that lady. She had me changed, thinking I'm gonna do some work in there, and she got me changed. Dustin Miller says, I'm with you. MTK says, Claudia gonna call you out publicly if she doesn't like your performance. I'm good. She called Kennedy out quick. I mean, she would call me out immediately. She wouldn't stand me, bro. She would watch a couple of my videos. That's it. She like, he's not a good fit for this organization. He actually gonna read his contract. I can't be in the UFC BJJ. I read my contract. He can actually read. We can't put him on a contract. I'll be negotiating. Hey, can we add another 0 to this figure, Claudia? Can we take this clause out? Clause 4.2. Can we get rid of that one? Josiah says Claudia needs a hug. She doesn't get hugs from. She got Grippo out of there too. Well, Grippo got himself out of there. That might have been for the best though. Dustin Miller says, why do you think Craig didn't want to speak after Chael match? I don't know. He's probably tired of everybody. Imagine you got a million Josiahs. Imagine you got a million Josiahs talking, trying to get your attention. I'll be gone too. Got a million Josiahs over there trying to get my attention. I'm all right, man. Let me get out of here. MTK says she'll teach you the real oil check technique. She know exactly how to do that oil check. Listen, there's nothing I can do with Claudia that she ain't already done before. With the other lot of Dana White being up in there. Possibly Moneyberg. Now that I can't be Eskimo Bros with Moneyberg. That ain't ever gonna happen. That I know of. Me and Moneyberg? Oh no. Nope. I saw her in Moneyberg's basement. Josiah says, I'm Grenadian. What does that have to do with anything, Josiah? Why did you bring that up? Josiah, Josiah, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Jason says, I wasn't even interested in EBI. Now I'm holding a watch party for the demise of a great American Jiu-Jitsu athlete. Josiah, this is all your fault. Josiah, it says, are you Canadian plant trying to, that's why. Are you a Canadian plant trying to destroy American Jiu-Jitsu? I think so. I'm gonna miss Josiah, man. Eskimo. Can you imagine? Any girl that had Moneyberg on top of them, I'm sorry, ladies. That money was not worth it. You should have just Claudia or whoever, that money wasn't worth it. If you gotta smell Moneyberg's dirty socks, his stinky dirty socks, I'm sorry. He's he be sweating. I'm sorry, man. This life is not fair. MTK says, don't share the same igloo with Dana. Unfortunately, if you go into UFC, you joining the Dana White ecosystem. Everybody getting some seconds and thirds and fourths. You think Dana White ain't touched on some of them? I can't. How has Dana White not been canceled? How is Dana White? Yeah, he touched on a lot of those girls. We got a video. We got a video about Mr. Dana White. So whenever people are talking about UFC, I just see Dana White. Do I want to work for Dana White? And there's a big no. A big, very big no. Now, if you guys want to sign up for UFC BJJ, go ahead. Go ahead. Jason Whitfield says, I forget about EBI. I think Josiah. EBI, Josiah, you should be marketing for EBI, bro. He's the EBI plant. He's the EBI AI. Is there a reason? Is there a way to turn this black or something on here? Let me try something real fast because we can't see the chat on here. Let me go Big Alec. Hey, I'm trying to see if I can change to dark mode. Where's dark mode at? I gotta log in. I got a username. Come on. Again, if you're joining us for the first time, we got we got a bet with Mr. Josiah. I just lost my thing. We got a bet with Mr. Josiah that if Gianni Grippo doesn't win EBI, he's out of here. He's out of here. And a lot of people are happy. If you're happy to see Josiah go and no more Grippo talk, hit that Cash App. We had a couple people hitting that Cash App already. I'm going to use this time to market. Thank you, Josiah. You're the best plan ever. You're the best AI ever, Josiah. We got Mr. Rahadi Ferguson. He's over here. He says, Rahadi Ferguson, Dr. Rahadi actually, says BJJ is unequivocally judo. I don't know if I agree with that. We're judo adjacent. Someone says, same art, different sport. Same, different rule set. And judo is unequivocally jujitsu. Japanese jiu-jitsu. Different rules makes the sport. Came here to say this. Kano practiced jiu-jitsu before moving from his school and opening the Kodokan. Exactly. Not sure why some judokas think that Kano invented all of these techniques. They always say that, but all this stuff was around. On says, you gonna let him back in? Don't cap. He can come in, but he can't talk about Grippo. So I don't think he can. He can't not talk about Grippo. So that's why I'm saying he might not be able to be around anymore. I'm gonna miss you, Josiah. You had a good run, brother, and we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you on this live stream. You know what? I do want to see your reactions, though. Can I? Oh, you guys can't see if I do that, though. Shoot, my bad. I think we can do a secondary bet with Josiah. He could pick between No More Grippo or Shark Tank with everybody in the live stream. He won't survive that. Dorothy Slipper says, why are judo people so obsessed with jiu-jitsu being judo? I don't know. I enjoy messing with the judo people. I'm going to continue doing that. Cool. Then Gordon or Craig says, then Craig could surely put on a gi and win silver at the Olympics since it's the same. What? I don't think Travis Stevens would allow that to easily happen. USA Judo wouldn't allow that to happen. They obsessed because judo is okay. You said that. I ain't saying that. No, Josiah. We only got one bet that I'm honoring here, and that's if Grippo loses. That's it for you, bro. BJJ comes from judo for sure, but judo comes from the styles of Japanese jiu-jitsu, with the U, not the I, that Kano studied, plus some techniques from sumo and wrestling. The techniques are only a part of the story, though. The culture, traditions, ranking systems, sport rules, etc., all form the art. In that respect, BJJ is very different from judo, despite its common roots. I don't think we're the same. Now, we wear the same uniform almost, and we do similar moves, but I think we do the whole sport is just different. The vibe is different. What Dr. Rahadi Ferguson is talking about when he says BJJ is judo isn't that the culture or tradition are identical. It's that the technical base is the same art, and the differences people notice come almost entirely from the rule set shaping the expression. In that regard, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is more true to the sport than judo. Then isn't that the case? Because we allow just about everything. If there were pins in BJJ, it would make the art look more like judo. If there were no pins in judo and unlimited time to work ground techniques, it would make judo look more like BJJ. If there were no ippons in judo and groundwork began immediately after what would be an ippon in judo, it would be indistinguishable from BJJ. You can trace judo back to older jiu-jitsu schools and influences. Sure, but then actual techniques and training methodologies that Maeda taught in Brazil, Maeda cross-trained too, just so everybody's honest with that, which became BJJ, came directly from Kodokan Judo. The throws, the pins, the guard positions, the submissions are the same tools, just emphasized differently because of how the sport is scored and timed. You guys got to remember Maeda did train some wrestling, catch wrestling, and cross-trained and traveled the world. He wasn't just doing Kodokan Judo. He was doing a different art form. Patrick says, Alec, you should have Josiah on Monday stream to break down the Grippo match. No, he's done for. He's done after Friday, bro. He done. You cooked, Josiah. You cooked. Mushmaster, we all just turned against Josiah while you were gone. We all turned against Josiah. MTK says, when did judo adopt the modern belt system? I don't know. Mushmaster says they just have different rules. Gerald says Helio and Carlos most likely trained judo. I don't know if they even trained, to be honest. We ain't got no proof. There ain't no pictures. Maeda never said he trained the Gracies. The Brazilian people never said the Gracies trained with Maeda. Now the Gracies might have trained with somebody that trained with Maeda, but I don't know. MTK says, are rugby and American football the same? The rules are different. The balls are different, but there's a lot of big guys running at each other. The passing rules are different. The constant action, they're similar. We call that convergent evolution. I don't know if rugby has any influence on football, American football, or what the case is actually. I don't know. Well, two sports can completely, grow into different things too, It says, if judo is unequivocally jujitsu and BJJ is unequivocally judo, then BJJ is unequivocally jujitsu. I used to see him in tournaments in the DC area all the time, 99 to 02. Yeah, he was up in Maryland back then. He used to just try one throw in most tournaments because he was so much better than everyone else. Really glad I was in a much lower weight class, so I never had to face him. Don't really agree with him, though. What he is saying is akin to saying football is rugby, just with different rule sets. Well, yeah, that's what makes them different sports. BJJ is BJJ and judo is judo. BJJ has roots in judo, but it has become a thing of its own. Mushmaster says it's just different rules. I don't know. I've only done a little bit of judo, but I will say, not so much anymore. But the old school jiu-jitsu schools, they when I was coming up, I had to learn some judo throws. Osoto, Kochigari, Uchimata, Seonagi. You just had to hip throw. You had to know that stuff to get your blue belt. Now schools nowadays, they don't do no throws. The Gracies are the OG Moneybergs. No, the Gracies they're kind of like, what Gordon Ryan is now. Like, they were good at fighting, and they kind of linked up with the Moneybergs of Brazil. That's how they elevated themselves back in the day. I would say they're like Gordon Ryan. They were good at fighting, and they were aggressive and calling people out. Yeah, they were definitely Gordon Ryan back in the day. The Gracies are the OG. Yeah. Look up Kosen Judo. You'll see Japanese dudes pulling guard in the 50s. Well, Kosen Judo is still around, but it's just in a college program, I believe. Dorothy Slipper says no pictures of Helio training, but a bunch of them participating in Brazilian fastest movements. That's pretty on brand for jiu-jitsu. We got a lot of those guys. Somebody was calling Miha. They were calling you out, bro. We saw your shirt. Everybody, people in this sport be wearing shirts and different logos and different different symbols. We don't know what them symbols be representing. Mushmaster says, look at 90s BJJ. It's judo with prolonged groundwork. That's true. Back in the 90s, they were, we didn't have no guard back in the 90s. Maybe you had a De La Riva. De La Riva came out. Oh, that was some new technology. Spider guard came out. That was new technology. Otherwise, everybody was taken down and passing. Josiah, I'm going to miss you, bro. Gerald says, there are 3 books about it called Choki? Breaks down historical facts. Oh, I might need to check that out. Kosen Judo with a different rule set. All right, somebody said that. It's like saying Italian and Spanish are the same language. When I used to compete against Rahadi, Rahadi was finishing up competing and started coaching. Rahadi is a very intelligent and an intellectual individual. You didn't need to say that twice. His perspective on judo and fitness are pretty interesting, and not in a bad way, but in the way he explains his theories, it's very convincing. From a lineage perspective, he is correct. And judo is wrestling in a jacket. Uh-oh. Well, you could say, judo, judo got a lot of moves from sumo. Sumo predates judo. Sumo way older than judo. So are we all just doing sumo, but on the ground with ground techniques? MTK says there's guys using capoeira techniques in BJJ. That's true. Look at Cobrinha, Lucas Lepre, Sergio Moraes. A lot of them Alliance guys. They came from a capoeira background. Ted Ade. A lot of guys. Now capoeira is for my poor folks. If you're poor, that's what you did. You just that's what the poor people, that's what the slaves learned. Capoeira. It's a slave art from Angola. Angola, as Jason Whitfield would like me to say. Gerald says, look at Rahadi's double at ADCC. Everybody's seen that one. Sweeps or throws on the ground and vice versa. That's true. We doing judo, but on the ground. Says wrestling is a very broad term. Anything can be wrestling as long as it's grappling under a specified rule set. Most folk style of wrestling, your sumos, your Turkish oil wrestling, your Mongolian wrestling, your the Amazonian knee wrestling, your whatever the Korean wrestling, whatever, all that folk style of wrestling, those different folk styles of wrestling, they existed before the sports of judo, before the martial arts. They might have been the first martial arts, to be honest. Josiah, I'm going to miss you, Josiah. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you, man. We had a good run. You got me rooting against Grippo, who's somebody I know in real life and actually do like as an athlete. You got me rooting against him. I'm sad. I'm sad. Respect to Rahadi, but he is wrong on this one. It's just a conversation on this topic coming out in a background in both BJJ and judo in an era where judo was mocked by BJJ. When did BJJ ever mock judo? We don't even think about judo. Except for me, because I actually do like a little bit of judo. But I'll tell you, most jiu-jitsu people not thinking about judo, they actually would like to learn some judo and get better at takedowns. It's just you can't find the judo programs. Where are the judo programs? You can't even. If you find a judo black belt in the wild, you're like, oh wow, that's interesting. You're a judo black belt, cool. You can't even find a judo black belt. Now you throw a rock, you find a jiu-jitsu black belt quickly. Oh, you do jiu-jitsu? Oh yeah, where you train? I train right across the street. I can't even find the judo program. I gotta drive miles and miles and miles away to find the judo program. Jason says, I just watched a Fu video. food video, where they visited and trained at a Carlson Gracie Academy in the favelas. Carlson Gracie lineage hanging there despite some Gracies pretending he never existed. The Gracies, you know, they got their own issues. They be suing each other left and right. They ain't been talking to each other for decades. Carlson Gracie, he always had some people from the favelas. Carlson Gracie, Checky Matt, Dream Art, Ted a Day program. Yeah, the smart people always. Alliance took some people from the favelas. I mean, they the hungriest fighters. Look at all your fighters from the favela. Izaki, Gabrielli, Jansen Gomez, the Gomez brothers, Jackson Souza, Muhammad Ali. Oh, Flo. Muhammad Ali. I can't believe I brought up Jackson Souza. He's a letdown. You know, a lot of them kids, I can't name half the kids. A lot of them kids, they be tearing up the tournaments. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure some of those other kids. Yeah, them kids be fighting. If you smart, you bring them kids from the favelas. All you need to do is feed them and give them a place to stay. They gonna do all the hard training they need to do. Dorothy says, I did judo for last year. Ain't no jiu-jitsu people gonna be doing judo for long with all the ceremonies and 60-minute warm-ups. That stuff sucks. Yeah, I mean, jiu-jitsu people spoil. They don't want to warm up. They don't want to listen to the coach. They don't want to drill techniques. They don't even want to spar. Jiu-jitsu people, some of the craziest people I know. MTK says, I'm Carlson lineage. I like Carlson lineage, but you guys got some crazy people. And just so you guys know, Fight Sports is Carlson Gracie lineage too. Fight Sports. Do you guys talk about Fight Sports? MTK, are you Fight Sports? MTK says he was also the black sheep of the family. Listen, they had a lot of black sheeps in that family. You know, he probably from the lineage of the maids. Same thing with Hickson. Hickson didn't know his mom was the maid. Horian didn't know his mom was the maid. Helson didn't know his mom was the maid. Them Gracies, I keep telling you, them Gracies were cult leaders. That's how they had all them kids. You ain't having 20 plus kids. Mushmaster says, I look at judo as a collection of techniques that are codified in a system. Grappling is in every culture's history. Judo allowed them all to be used under one roof. Pre-leg grab rule. Yeah, it's true. We're gonna talk a little bit more about judo too. Don't worry. Moving on back to jiu-jitsu, basically just judo. We got the PGF says Jet Thompson wins the 155 lightweight title for PGF Worlds and earns a spot on UFC BJJ, where he's going to be taken advantage of even more. In which we inducted the first two members of the Jiu-Jitsu Hall of Fame, Royce Gracie and Carlos Machado. Okay, that's not bad. Now, if he said Hiken Machado, I don't trust Royce no more either, though. David Avalon says a great finale to an amazing season. Did anybody watch this season? Dorothy Slipper says Gracies don't have white sheep. They got, what was that? I don't, I don't want to talk about the Gracies too much before somebody attacks me from Gracie Baja or Gracie somebody somewhere. Gracie somewhere might attack me. The problem now is I'm going to be spoiled and have a hard time enjoying other grappling shows. I look forward to the next season. You guys know David Avalon. Was it David Avalon that got his leg? Oh, no, it was his brother. What's the brother's name? The Avalon that got his leg torn off. I'm so proud of you, handsome. You deserve the world. Aw. All right, shout out to Mr. Jet Thompson. He gonna get that tooth fixed now. Come on, PGF, get that tooth fixed for him.
When you miss a sub and you have that, I call that the heartbreak moment, where you fall back and just go, I missed that one. Hoffa capitalizes on those moments. He looks to eat during those moments. And look at this, inside heel hook, same way he caught him last time.
Oh, we got him again! Hoffa Fajita punching his ticket to the semifinals. His rise continues here at PGF. What a win. And again, BMAC, it was defense right into offense right into the back with a semifinal appearance.
What happened to Dominic? There's another break there.
Tournament, if you will. I know you hate that word.
Wow.
Well, it's a tournament. But it's a playoff tournament.
Right.
So it's the playoffs.
Right.
The playoffs look like a
Yeah,
tournament.
the
It's
NFL's a tournament when it gets
it's
to
a tournament.
postseason.
It
Yep.
just happens all in one night. Dom grabbing up a straight ankle here.
Putting
pressure down.
Nicely done. Dom Mejia on his way to the semifinals. He dispatches Brady Branscombe.
Not the smallest guy. I think he can hang.
But he's got to be very careful. There's two super dangerous weapons that Jet has. It's his K-guard game and his Aoki game, just like this. Oh, my God.
My goodness. 21 seconds, and Jet Thompson's into the semifinals. Ooh, really? You know, Egg, does she have a better...
Jason says the finals were good. Dominic had a really good performance, but appeared to get tired in overtime. I thought Jet Thompson was a lot bigger. Kevon rooting for Grippo. I thought you were Kevon, bro. All right, Josiah. I'm going to miss you, bro. I'm going to miss you, man. Rafael is 18. Well, Mika Galval is 19 years old. Mika Galval, 19 years old. Mika Galval was 19 when he won Worlds at Black Belt. Cade Rotullo was 19 when he won ADCC. What does age have to do with anything? What age got to do with anything, bro?
Opportunity now being mounted like this? Try to get this submission?
I'm going to miss you, bro.
Oh, she got the tap.
Oh,
wow.
I'm going to miss you, bro.
Was it because the Kimura, though? Because he got the arm separated?
I mean, it doesn't matter. She got a
I'm gonna miss you,
championship
bro.
belt for it. We can find out how.
We had a good run, brother.
And we easily see it's a Dahlinger on Dahlinger crime, but also 10th Planet on 10th Planet crime here as well.
Derek got it!
Oh, my.
I'll tell you, that's not the way I saw this match going. I did not think that Derek was going to get onto the legs. I thought he was going to try to stay away from that game with Mike. Those moments when you miss a sub and you have that.
It just seems like people just tapping left and right. I mean, you guys like this stuff. I didn't watch it. I'm gonna be honest. It just doesn't seem like real jiu-jitsu to me. Did any of that seem like real jiu-jitsu? Can anybody? I know Jason Whitfield liked it, but was that real jiu-jitsu? Is that what you see when you're training jiu-jitsu?
Looking for the 2-on-1 into the foot sweep here. Mejia now reaching over the top, fly
Oh,
through.
my.
Oh, my
That was nice.
God. Dude, are you
That was
kidding
nice.
me?
Wow.
He got through both arms, though.
That was nice.
Looking for
I mean, a little
the
dangerous.
2-on-1
my
into the
neck would
foot
be
sweep here.
shattered
Mejia
apart.
now
But,
reaching over the top, fly
Oh,
through.
my.
Oh, my God. Dude, are you kidding me?
Wow.
He got through both arms, though.
it doesn't seem real though. Like, it seems amazing, but it was entertaining. That's what you guys love, but it's not real jiu-jitsu. Yeah, go to tournaments. You're never gonna see that stuff. None of that. You can't do that stuff in real tournaments. I think in the ecosystem of PGF, you can do some different stuff. You know, people tap into crazy stuff, going for crazy stuff because they get money right there. But I mean, they can't do. Dominic Mejia, he goes to ADCC trials. He lose a takedown. And you're not submitting. People not playing. I mean, everybody's playing this game. They got the legs there. That's not how people compete. Or they compete like that at. I ain't never seen that people compete like that. Submission only tournaments they might, But then they go, okay, Jet Thompson. Let's watch Jet Thompson at UFC BJJ. And you guys know I hate UFC BJJ. We'll see how he does. We'll see. Let's let him do trials. Let's see how he does. That's all I'm asking for. Is that my man?
I would like to do something that I feel is important. In jiu-jitsu, we have the very prestigious and incredible ADCC, the Abu Dhabi Combat Club. They got their Hall of Fame. We got the IBJJF out there doing their own thing. They got their Hall of Fame. But what doesn't exist in our sport is a jiu-jitsu Hall of Fame. Something that acknowledges the efforts of everybody, not just one individual organization. And so what I would like to do tonight is establish our first two recipients for the Jiu-Jitsu Hall of Fame. Go ahead, please. I would like to do something that I feel is important.
I like Hoist Gracie. Well, I used to like Hoist Gracie, but he definitely sold out. You live long enough to see your heroes sell out, and that's what we're experiencing here in this sport now. Unfortunately, you guys love when people sell out. Dorothy Slipper says, "Have you ever watched Exit the System? Is that Gary Tonin? Is it crazy to train late escapes if you're just a hobbyist? Probably so. We always defend stuff early. Defend stuff early before they get it on you. I that's what I do. I've been training. I'm training longer than most of these guys can. These guys, you think those PGF guys gonna be training in their 30s? You think they're gonna be walking in their 30s? How you got your leg destroyed and you only made $1,000? This sport is crazy. Could never beat me though. We got Kevon. What's Kevon doing? Josiah. Josiah, you like Kevon too?
Yeah. Oh, what is that? That's good. There we go. Ooh, that's tight.
I want it. I got it. I want it.
We can be both those fighters, both those grapplers. All right, let's keep on. Josiah likes everybody. We got Mr. Margali. He looks like he's doing something. What's Margali doing? I like Margali. He just ain't got the footwork, bro. He ain't got the footwork, He ain't got the footwork. The footwork's all messy. It probably won't ever get there, Of course, Helena back there. Who else over there? He just don't have the footwork. I think if you want to develop your footwork, I feel like you got to put wrestling shoes on. Does anybody else agree with that? Like to work your footwork, you need some shoes, you need some grip, and then hope it carries over to non-shoe wearing grappling. But he just don't have the footwork, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a hater. You guys can say that. I just don't think his footwork is it don't look good to me. I'm gonna miss you, Josiah, man. We had a good run. You brought entertainment to the stream, and we're gonna miss you, bro. We're just gonna miss you, man. I don't know what else to say. We're gonna miss you on the stream, bro. Isaac Michelle says he was blocked from competing at CJI 2, or actually CJI. He says, Jesus Christ. We might need to click on that. It says, Isaac Michelle, for all those asking why I didn't compete on CJI, Danaher and Gordon invited me to compete on Team New Wave. I wasn't invited to be on Team Australia, but I was blocked from competing in these CJI events. Nevertheless, my teammates at Kingsway HQ had some great performances. I believe I will be competing soon, representing Kingsway HQ and Australia Jiu-Jitsu. I'm not sure why he didn't get invited. Does anybody know why? Why was that the case? I don't know. They say thoughts on why. Can we find that post? Let's see. We'd be doing research. Who else does research and talk for 3 hours about jiu-jitsu? I mean, Josiah does, but he doesn't have his own stream. Josiah, start your own stream, bro, and talk about Grippo constantly. The Grippo live stream. Now, they might take you off of there. YouTube might take you off. I can't help you with that. I don't see the post. Did you take it down? Where's the post at? Oh, you fought Wagner too? Listen, we all be getting screwed, bro. That's part of jiu-jitsu. Welcome to the sport. Jason Whitfield, Dorothy Slipper says, I just got Margali's Lasso and De La Riva X. You need a PhD for his stuff. He's really good in the gi. He need to go back to the gi. Jason Whitfield says Hoist was not very good at jiu-jitsu. Yep, he got choked out. He's not very good at jiu-jitsu. I think he was just the one guy who said, yes, I will show up for your event. Well, they didn't want Hickson because Hickson would scare people away. And, you want the underdog. So Hoist was the underdog of the family. He was the baby of the family. Dorothy Slipper says Craig wouldn't let him compete because he sued Craig for nonsense. Oh, he did? What did he sue him for? I don't remember that. Lost wages? Well, for sure, if you sue Craig, he ain't going to let you on the show. Did he sue him, or you just made that up? It says, what happened? Visa sponsored dispute. Well, that stuff is pretty serious. That Visa sponsorship is real. Where do they say that at? Is this the same post we were looking at? Possibly Visa sponsorship dispute. So it's hard to stay in America if you ain't got your visa right. I don't know how do they get this information? It says Jones had provided a visa sponsorship for Michelle at some point, and Michelle eventually threatened legal action over it. I'm not sure what was going on with these guys. But yeah, if it was the visa, that's some real stuff. You overstay your visa here in America, they come after you. They send ICE after you. I might. Let's see. It says, I think Craig even mentioned he blocked certain people. Oh, there you go, right there. I didn't see that. Oh, that's definitely down, right? Oh, 3 months ago. Okay, let's go to 3 months ago first, and we'll come back to the more recent stuff. Alrighty. We got about another hour on here, everybody. Who else talking about jiu-jitsu for 3 hours? It's tough. It's not easy. That's why I keep telling you guys hit that Cash App. I need some motivation too. You guys be quick to buy Gordon Ryan's video, quick to buy Craig Jones video, Joseph Chin video, Helena's video. I know you guys be watching Helena's video. You guys quick to buy that merch. You guys quick to buy that Street X. So I don't feel bad when I say hit the Cash App. I feel okay. I feel okay to say that. I gotta put up with Josiah for another day, for a couple more hours. I deserve that. Do I sound entitled like Wagner Hoshi yet? It says Craig talking Isaac Michelle on his latest On Borrowed Time episode. He was talking about the New Wave team. He said Isaac can't compete on CJI for legal reasons and not because of their writh. Anyone know more info on this? Isaac threatened. Oh, there's there's Craig right there. Can you guys see that? Let me zoom in. How do I turn this? Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can turn this dark mode. There's no dark mode on here. There we go. Hey. I was like, what the heck is going on over here? We got dark mode. Mushmaster says they're watching Helena with the sound off. They're watching. And you know that girl too young for you. All of you dudes. Me too. I can't watch her. She's too young. You need to go have a seat, everybody. Go have a seat over there. It says Isaac, this is Craig, if you guys can't see, says Isaac threatened to sue me over his visa I sponsored. I gave him the time to find a new sponsor. If you guys don't understand how visas work, this happens to my Brazilians. When they come into the country, they go through the immigration process. You need a sponsorship, someone to say, hey, I'm going to pay this person this kind of money. They're going to be doing this kind of job for this long. And so whatever happened between Isaac and Craig, you have a certain time period where you got to get. I've been through visa stuff too, not here in America. You have a certain time period to get another sponsor in the same field usually. So he would need to go to another jiu-jitsu school and get someone to sponsor him. Someone that can cover the lawyer fees and whatever other fees. And it's not always doable. Sometimes my Brazilians, they get screwed on that. So you have to stay up to date, because if you overstay your visa or something expires, legally they can get you out of here. And then that's when you got to rush to marry some American girl you don't like. Isaac, that's what you need to do. Go marry some ugly girl. I'm sorry, bro. Mushmaster says, wait. Dorothy Slipper says Craig won't let him compete because he sued. Okay, saw that. Mushmaster says, yeah, Helena. All right. Jason says, Alex said, who else is talking about jiu-jitsu for 3 hours? Come Friday, it won't be Josiah. I'm gonna miss you, Josiah. You had a good run, brother. See ya on the flip side, brother. I know he won't be able to talk about Grippo, so that's why I'm figuring that on the after Friday, he just won't be able to be on the live stream, right? Because you're gonna talk about Grippo for sure. He can be on the live stream. He just can't talk about Grippo. And the first time I see him talk about Grippo, that's it. No excuses, no warnings, nothing. The hammer's coming at him, bro. The hammer's going. Get out of here, Josiah. We put up with a lot. Josiah knows we put up with a lot, more than most people would. But after Friday, that's it. I might have to go and trip Grippo up myself. I might put a hit out on Grippo. Yo, take Grippo out. I'll give you extra $10. extra $50. I'll put a 50K bonus on Grippo's head over there at the tournament. Not in real life. We got a 50K bonus on the Grippo head over there. You take Grippo out, submit him, you get 50K. Again, Craig says, Isaac threatened to sue me over his visa I sponsored. I gave him time to find a new sponsor. I will never sign a contract with him again for any entity I own. It ain't that deep. Well, that's smart business. If somebody sues you one time, you don't have to deal with them again. I guess that's less legal reasons and more I'm not opening myself up to that again reasons. Unfortunately, they're both from Australia, and I think they used to be pretty close. So I'm actually sad to hear about that. Could you add I can't sue you clause? No. Yeah. All right. So that is true. Sounds like it is that deep. Craig says deep personally, but hard to sign a second contract with a dude who threatened to sue you over the first one. Isaac will have to resort to UAE along with Sonny for his visas now. Is that why she's over there? Say goodbye to professional grappling and hello to professional human. Oh no, is that where Gordon Ryan's ex-wife is, or ex-girlfriend, or whoever she is? Okay, so we got the update on that. Can I refresh that? Give me the black. Yeah, brother. Yeah, we can see stuff now. He threatened to sue Craig before, so Craig doesn't want any deal with him. Understandable. What an outrage. Is it that the guy you tried to sue is reluctant to invite you to his event? Craig described him as an ungrateful and entitled person, which seems accurate. Isn't it then also understandable that Gordon doesn't want to deal with Craig? It would be let's see. He has done way too much to burn bridges with Craig Jones for him to be surprised or angry that he's not welcome at Craig Jones Invitational. Doubt his inclusion would have changed anything about the event's outcome anyway. He could have been Wagner's replacement. Oh, he was Mika's replacement? Nah, he would have replaced Wagner. Sorry, Wagner. I don't think that's right. Mika was 77 guy, and Isaac has never competed that light. He generally does 88. Where New Wave had Wagner instead. Unless Isaac was going to do the biggest weight cut of his career, out of nowhere, it seems like he wasn't on the original Isaac. Okay. Isaac, however you want to say his name. He wasn't on the original team and would have been called up when Big Dan dropped out. I remember when he was the little Grom Craig brought along. Yep. It's invitational, so yeah. Craig said it beforehand. I remember he said Isaac is the only one not allowed. Craig said this months and months before the event multiple times. He was the only one banned from competing due to him trying to sue Craig and Seth years before. This is not breaking news. Craig has publicly stated this before. He threatened to sue Craig over his visa because he got bossy, or what does that mean? Bossy when he said he should be an owner of B Team. Oh, pissy. He got pissy when he said he should be an owner of B Team. Craig said he gave him more than enough time to find a new sponsor. Some things you can't look past, and the dude got a big head. Yeah, I'm not surprised he isn't saying exactly what happened and that we've only heard from one side. Jason says Isaac was Craig's personal uki. He traveled all over the world with him, or trailed all over the world with him for a couple of years. They were really close. He trained with Guigo. Who's that? Who's that Mushmaster? I don't know him. Before Greg, is that the guy? Is that one of the guys in? That's not the Is that a Brazilian guy in Australia, or is that someone else? Craig doesn't like him. If you went out of your way to become someone's visa sponsor and they showed their appreciation by threatening to sue you, all right, we understand that. Izaki equated teaching some classes with being entitled to own the gym, from what I gathered. I'm guessing unless we hear from both of them, it's speculation. All right. Craig reckons he is a dog. He said, okay. The Australian team was honestly very good. It sucks that they basically went into the semifinals with only 4 people. Australia did really good. Missing Levi was a big blow. Kenta was great replacement, though. Alrighty, we caught up with that. We already saw the PGF. We'll go back to PGF. I feel like watching a match or two. You know, I got to make you guys watch a match. Can we see, what is that kid? Jed Thompson? Let's see if we got a match of him. We got a favela training vlog. You guys want to see that? What can we see? Let's scoop this up real fast. See what's going on. Trey, what's up, man?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another vlog here in Rio de Janeiro. Today, we're in one of the favelas. We're going to Michael Sears' old stomping grounds. We're outside of a Carlson Gracie now. We're gonna see what the
oh, that's Hollywood's Mike's name. I know Mushmaster misses him some Hollywood Mike. I know you miss him, Mushmaster. I know you miss him.
Training's like here, so I'm super excited. Let's go check it out.
Hey.
Walking up the steps into the gym now. Obviously the favelas here are huge. You can see all that stuff behind me.
He was teammates with May and Yara. He trained with TLI for a while too, back when he had hair. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, shoot, bro. Yeah, when he used to look like a surfer dude. I remember that. I didn't know he came to TLI for a second. Isaac wanted part ownership of B Team because he won ADCC trials, and it sounded like he got a big head. I mean, he wasn't a part of the original crew. That's just, yeah, he just wasn't going to get ownership. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. Now, did he deserve ownership? Maybe. I don't know. Did any of those guys win trials? Who over there won trials? Just him and Joseph Chin? Them other guys didn't win trials. Dorothy Slipper says, I love all kinds of jiu-jitsu, but PGF yesterday was not watchable. Why not? What happened, Dorothy Slippers? Because everybody else, Josiah's a white belt. What does he know? He said he loved it. Jason Whitfield says, this was the video I was talking about earlier with Carlson. Okay, we're going to check it out. Mushmaster says, Miss Hollywood Mike.
That's also the same favela if you keep going up the hills, but we walked to this point. If you want to go all the way up there, you got to get a little moto taxi and do it that way. We also got a little special guest with us today doing some training.
Yeah,
we got Isaac.
Where'd he come from? Where did he come from? How did that happen? Dorothy Slippers, why didn't you like PTF, bro?
You guys expected to see here in Brazil.
What the heck is he doing in Brazil? Is he training with those guys out there too?
How'd you end up here, Isaac?
Just coincidence, hey?
Yeah. So, you excited to train in the gi a little bit?
Oh yeah, this is good. This is really good.
Hell yeah. Let's
He
go.
need to grow his hair
you gotta
back.
walk up so many stairs that you don't even need a warm up. By the time you get here, you're ready
Like
to go.
Carlson Gracie, you saw Carlson Gracie right there. You saw Carlson Gracie right
Train in
there.
the gi a little bit?
Oh yeah, this is good. This is really good.
Hell yeah. Let's
Hey, that's Carlson Gracie right there, right? Shout out to my favelas. You know, I need to go. I need to go to Brazil. I was supposed to go last year, but I definitely need to go out there. And I want to do Brasileiros. I want to fight my Brazilian cousins out there. Mushmaster, you gonna come to Brazil, bro? Let's go to Brazil and fight those Brazilians off. you let Dorsey go out there by himself. Bring Shane Jamil Hill too, man. Bring all the brothers. Mushmaster says he was talking some stuff when I wouldn't sign the contract. And yeah, they were talking some stuff. Man, that was I don't know about you, Mushmaster, but I took I think it was Thanksgiving. I had to take like a couple weeks off. I was so drained, physically and emotionally. Woo! That was a rough time period. It was fun, but it was also rough.
go. You gotta walk up so many stairs that you don't even need a warm up. By the time you get here, you're ready to go.
This is Ari Gallo. This is the guy who owns this gym. Ari Gallo. This is walking the Favela Hostel, right?
Yes.
This is I train here many times.
We
Got my
go
purple
to
belt
Brazil.
Here. Train with a lot of
May,
legends
Yara,
here. Ricardo Laborio, Paulo Filos.
Okay.
Welcome, guys. We enjoy today. Let's play, bro.
Isaac's big time over here. He asked me to switch. He wants the blue gi.
Yeah, I don't remember how to tie the belt.
Uh-oh.
7 a.m. training.
You guys saw it. Mushmaster might go to Brazil.
14 a.m.
We can move. Welcome,
Now we
guys.
gotta bring some
Let's
backup.
go.
We can't go by ourselves.
Okay.
We need some
Vamos lá,
backup.
galera. Line up, firme, say.
I was done after. Yeah, that show was. Oh
Guys, I have
man.
a surgery in my knee. It's
I mean, I know you went through it.
I show you some warm up, but not too much because today's are warm. And a little drills. After position, after play a little bit. Let's go. 1, 2. Boa.
Look, they warming up in Brazil. I can't play all the music, man. They already hit me. They warming up in Brazil over there. You know, them Brazilians about to roll hard too. Actually, you got some regular people in that class. We ain't gonna watch all of this, man. Let me see the technique. Can't play that music. All right, look at they working some fit-ins.
It's a tremendous view of from up here.
Michael's a long time ago, he's coming for visiting me many times. Visiting Brazil, Castro Grace, original Castro
no,
Grace.
Mushmaster.
No pleasure for receiving him.
That's
here
when I saw
again.
the first hand
His
jiu-jitsu
house,
was
you
cooked
know.
as a community.
You know, today he's bringing a lot of friends, his brothers from United States, from England. Welcome, guys. Enjoy.
He's asking about the rooster logo. Wasn't that used to be the Carlson King logo with a rooster before at one point?
The rooster, is, the Castro Grace original logo is a rooster. The rooster,
I didn't know
the
that.
animal, is more strong in the world because the gallo always going front, never walking back. It's important.
This is a good drill. An interesting thing about Brazil is like in America, for example, as you go up the mountains, deeper into the hills, that becomes the very expensive property because people want to be up in hills. But in Brazil, these are where the favelas are. The favelas go up the hill. So it's kind of like reversed.
Trey, why is that, Trey? Why is that? Because the rich people want to be close to the beach. That's why the poor people up on the mountain. I mean, if the rich people had their way, they would be up on the beach and the mountain. But, you know, they needed a place for the poor people to go. Gerald says he's got family in Rio. All right, man. We might have to stay with your family. We got to go. Yeah, we definitely need to go out there. I got my boy Christian. My master got he got Nico. We got some connections out there. I'm gonna miss you, Josiah, man. I'm gonna miss you, bro. Hey.
Puxei. Entendeu? E vamos pegar, vou para
What triangle? Let's go Carnival and train. Oh, we're gonna be we can't be live streaming that stuff though.
Ok, vamos lá, mais uma.
I got it. Let me get the live stream set up. We go out there.
Não convido ele, não. Ele quer passar por um lado, eu vou.
That's a nice technique though. That music, bro. That music get me. These flow grappling guys need to be training though. They need to be drilling. She just shook. Why she shake his hand like
I
that?
feel like a G hitting that Carlson Gracie secret handshake with everyone. I feel like the man.
What's the Carlson Gracie handshake? Who's Carlson Gracie in here? What's the handshake?
He's one of the guys from the UK. We saw him at the tournament, Rio Open. So we kind of hanging out with those guys. So.
I'm gonna miss you, Josiah, man. You had a good run, Josiah. I'm gonna miss you, crazy bro. I'm trying to figure out where to put the text at. There we go. Isaac, he actually doing the technique. Oh, he's only a brown belt? He's like, how do I grab this lapel? Oh, that's the home low guard. Oh, yeah, that's the home low Bahal guard. Oh, I didn't even recognize that. Hey, TP choke.
Isaac 3 times. I drilled for like maybe 2 minutes.
Are there any black belts at Flow Grappling? I mean, Hollywood Mike, I mean, he don't be training, though.
So bad. I need water so bad already. It's going to be brutal. Let's go check in with the UK guys real quick.
Early in the morning, it's morning session, but yeah, super hype. These guys are more than friendly, helping out, like learning so much, and yeah, just really enjoying the experience.
I'm gonna miss you, bro.
For me, since we got to Sao Paulo and being here in Rio, far exceeds my
I gotta stay first. LOL, sister-in-law and nephew.
It's hot, super hot, but the techniques and the concepts are really cool. Just trying to take it all in and take it back to the UK and start drilling it and giving it to the students.
They got Carlson Gracie in the UK too?
Yeah, cheers, Trey.
I've been doing the classic camera guy move of just like acting like I'm filming so I don't have to do all the drills. I've been drilling for like 2 minutes. I feel like I'm going to die already.
I do everything, you know? It's a guy, this guy's a cameraman.
Cameraman?
Train a lot. Good guy, good friend. Welcome, bro.
Cameraman?
Hey, finally somebody getting me a little respect around here.
Just got done with the drills, so we're ready for some rails.
You know Brazilians ain't gonna go easy. Maybe because the cameras are there. I can't play that music though, man. That music be. What do you got to say though?
I'm a fresco ball guy.
You know, you go to Brazil. Depends on where you go in Brazil.
You're just getting waterboarded. They might as well just have the gi over your face. You can't breathe. This guy, I shook his hand earlier, gave him a hug. He felt like concrete, so I knew I had to catch him on the
Man,
last
you strong, man.
He's tired.
You know that old Brazilian guy gonna be fighting. Yeah, old Brazilian guy for sure gonna be fighting hard. Old Brazilian guy, old Brazilian guy, hard to sweep. You can't move him. Now he might have a heart attack on you.
If you're ever in Nottingham, El Marco.
And you know what? Moneyberg can't roll with that guy. You think Moneyberg can hang out that old Brazilian brown belt right there? Heck no. Moneyberg ain't got no cardio. Moneyberg will be out. He couldn't make it up the stairs. You think Moneyberg going to the favelas? No. Jason Whitfield says, I almost want the stream to end now so we don't have to talk about Gianni Grippo no more. I like Grippo. Maybe this was Josiah's plan the whole time to take down Alex Stream. My stream going to survive. It's going to survive. Now, we're going to miss Josiah. He was a part of the growth of this live stream, but he got to go. I'm sorry, Josiah. I'll see you. I'll see you in some comments of other people's videos, just not my videos.
Thought my jaw's gonna break.
We're going to miss you, bro.
All right, this specific favela that we're in, it goes all the way. You saw us walk up it. It's all this behind us. It's
Where
called
is this?
Tabajadas. If you ever want to come visit this gym, just look for that favela. It's right by Copacabana. It's just minutes from the beach.
Oh, it's in Rio.
These are here for the guy who stay here in the hostel. He stay for cooking. Sometimes my friend, the student, come for visit me here. Stay in the hostel. Enjoy the training, food, barbecue.
Now, that hostel going to be a little rough. You know, Americans, we like amenities. Now, Europeans, they can slum it left and right. Europeans don't care where they are or how dangerous it is. Now, me and Mushmaster, we be walking over there. We might get robbed a little bit or maybe stabbed or something. I'm not saying everybody can stay in that hostel. For sure, learn some Portuguese before you get out there, people.
Lammy, they all got bunk beds in them. Like, here, I'll open this up real quick just so you see.
Sometimes the guy come only for stay 1 week, stay 2 months.
I'm too old to be staying in there.
Sometimes the guy come only for stay.
I'm too old to be. I need a bed. I need a bathroom, a clean bathroom, clean bed. I need some amenities. Mustache said, "No, I'm good in every hood." Listen, I've been I've stayed in places like that. I think I'm good. I need some amenities, a little bit of amenities for myself. Now, Mushmaster, he can stay in that bunk, that hostel right there. I think I'm a little too old to be in the hostel. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm good. I'm too old. I'm on the other side of 30. I'm on the other side of 35. I don't think I'm staying in the bunk beds. I'm sorry. Mushmaster, he a little bit younger than me, but I don't know if he can stay in the bunk beds either. He's not gonna fit on the bunk bed. We gotta get an Airbnb or something. We can't. Mushmaster said, "Nah, we gotta stay somewhere nice. Yeah, we need some security. We need some, we need some amenities. We need, they got one bathroom in there, a dirty bathroom. That bed ain't been made. You sleeping in somebody else's bed. I'm good on that." I need some housekeeping. Woo! At a certain point, you're like, man, I can't do it like that no more. Now, if you 20, 21, you go do that. Go do that. Go live that life. Go do it, bro. Go do it. Do it when you can. I'm past that point. My neck will be messed up. I sleep in that bunk bed. Man, I won't be able to sleep. I'm gonna be angry the whole trip.
Some guys stay longer.
You got 2 floors. You got 60 people staying here right now.
God damn.
In
60 people? Nah.
And other people so it's like I came down, I think, first for one of those. So in December, you guys do like a week-long camp here where people come stay in the hostel. 10-minute walk to the beach.
Man, I can't do that.
Beach, so people come stay here, stay in the hostel, train two times a day, go to the beach in between, get acai in between, so it's a nice time.
Yeah, just absolutely incredible views here on top of the gym. Man, if you guys think I should come live in that hostel for a while, Flo will pay for it or something, let me know. Leave a comment. I'll come live here and make some training vlogs here. That'd be sick.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Nah, Trey, you gotta work. 1, 2, 3, concentration.
I'm so tired.
That's me right here. That's the acai place about to go, Kiasta Chica. It's like 2014. I think the trip I got my purple belt. This dude's a red belt right here, Orlando Saraiva. I didn't even know who he was. I was with him for like 8 hours, and then all of a sudden he went to train. He put a red belt on. I was like, holy, that was the first time I ever saw a red belt. This dude right here, this is dude who did my Bulldog tattoos. He's the one that designed the logo, Beto Tattoo.
Just being here bring back this for you?
Oh, absolutely. I used to live right up the stairs. Me and Ari's brother were roommates for a year.
Damn, my man was living that.
Let's go.
That lifestyle.
Oh, I gotta hit the shower. Oh, that feels so good.
Get the camera off, you guys, man.
Amazing.
You just finished up training here.
Oh, that's right. You got girls right there. You got the girls right there. I'm like, why are they showering with their clothes on? Hey, them girls already seen everything. They seen everything you got. What's up, ladies?
Training here, Carlson Gracie in the favela. I think now we're gonna go find some acai, enjoy the karaoke lifestyle a little bit. We're here now, Carlson Gracie statue. How many cities in the world do you think you're gonna see a Carlson Gracie statue, Mike?
All right, jiu-jitsu statue in general, probably just Rio.
Just Rio.
Yeah. It says right here, Master of Jiu-Jitsu, 32 to 2006. Responsible for popularizing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the fighter, a trainer, and one of the precursors of MMA. From Copacabana, formed the best team of luchadors, the best team of fighters in histories in his academy on Figueiredo Magalhães, which is this street.
And we got Isaac here. He's drilling the Carlson handshake.
99.
What's the handshake?
Very nice.
What's the handshake? Now that acai look good. I want some acai for real. They do that condensed milk in there.
Present for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's go. I got the rooster hat. How's jiu-jitsu guys coming in?
Yeah. This place here.
Gerald says, I'd be waking up if my wife snores. No thanks.
School, no Castle Whistle school, but it's all in school too. All guys coming here for visit for drink acai.
What school's over there?
School too.
Rodrigo Medeiros, Carlson Gracie, Copacabana, Escola de Jiu-Jitsu, Academy de Box, something, Spectro, Gracie Humaita, Rio, Gavallo. Okay, we got a couple schools over there. Defender.
All guys coming here for visit for drink acai, Guaraná.
Yeah, that acai, that's the real acai.
Natural, the from Amazonia. Pará, Belém do Pará too.
The
Have
real,
a sandwich.
real pineapple, real juice.
This kind of food here. Enjoy.
He got it on his face.
Original from Brazil. Yeah.
Now, you know they got some good fruit over there, man.
Little orange and
Who
pineapple.
wait, who are these girls? Who are these girls?
Yeah. Enjoy. Original from Brazil.
Who are these girls? Wait, look. Why are those girls over there sitting so close to Isaac? Huh? Who are those girls over there, Isaac? Huh? Are they both with him? Yeah, she wouldn't be sitting right next to him if something was going on. Isaac, what you doing over there? We see you.
From Brazil.
I see you.
Yeah.
Look at her. We see you, bro. Is that why you in Brazil? Mm-hmm. Who else pausing the video to look at and see what someone else is doing? Who else could pause the video like me to see what's going on behind the scenes? Who are these girls? Who are these ladies? Huh? Who are those ladies over there?
Little orange and pineapple.
Ooh, that looks good.
I feel like I drink 100 of these.
He had his
right
hand
now.
around her.
Pineapple.
He had his hand around her.
Pretty
We caught you, Isaac. We caught you. She cute. What's up? What's up, lady? All right. I see you. I see you, young blood. I see you.
you good?
I feel like I drink 100 of these right now. Really good?
Yeah, he got his hand. Yeah.
Oh, we got now. It's at the beach next.
It's actually an acai.
It's a berry from the Amazon. They have long, big trees. I think
How
they
you go
cut
to
them
Brazil and
down
not know what
they pickle the
acai
berries,
is?
and It's only in the Amazon forest.
I do want that. I want that acai and that juice, not the fake juice, but the real Amazonian.
No mas.
He got all up on his face.
de Janeiro.
Vamos, Rio de Janeiro.
Com força.
Com força.
Good time in Rio.
Thank you, brother.
We'll enjoy a lot.
Yes, thank you for the welcome, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for the training.
The UK guys look like they from Brazil. Much Master says having BJJ clout has its perks.
Enjoy.
Yeah, but they got perks for no reason. They got perks because they work for Flow
All
Grappling.
right, that's it. Here for the favela training vlog. A lot of time we trained at
All right, we might have to set up that trip, man. We got to bring a team with us though. I need some backup when the Brazilians turn against me. I'm gonna need some backup. Honestly, don't go to Brazil by yourself. I think you should have people you trust near you. You know, just that was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good. I'm glad we read that or saw that. PGF final overtime thoughts. Is that the final? Dominic Maya lost to overtime. Is it EBI overtime rules? What's the rules over there? I'm not gonna watch the finals. You know, I'm not cool. I'm not bad, but I'm not super cool with PGF. I don't want to take the stream down for no reason. You know, that's not a good idea. It says last night a few of the playoff matches were decided by overtime. Crap, come on. There we go. That way you guys can see it. Let's see if I should get closer. Let me switch my face over. There we go. Last night, a few of the playoff matches were decided by overtime. PGF overtime is slightly different from EBI overtime, and overall, I think the overtime was exciting. Although I wasn't a big fan of how the finals overtime went. Is that how Jet Thompson won? A big issue of traditional EBI overtime is that you'd see players stall during the match in order to get to the overtime and try to win by submission or fastest escape. PGF added excellent stalling penalties and regulation that prevented this, and in general, the PGF athletes always appear to be looking to attack submissions constantly. Still, in the finals overtime, Jet Thompson decided to focus on controlling his opponent rather than going for a submission, which for me was a bit anticlimactic. Athletes want to win. So you know they're gonna play by the rules. I say they're gonna play by the rules, but they're gonna play close to the rules. Jason says, Alec, all men are pausing the video to peep on some girls. Yeah, but you're not doing it on the live stream. I'm doing it on the live stream. I'm putting my reputation on the line. My reputation on the line. people, whenever I do stuff, it's always respectfully. I don't blame Jet in the semifinals. Meja, Jason Whitfield will be making fun of me. Escaped Ferreira's back control super quickly, and Jet was able to find a way to just control Meja. I don't know how to say his name. With a body triangle and double underhooks. Yeah, he was stalling. All in all, still a super exciting event, and I don't know if any changes need to be made. Interested to hear other opinions. Human's going to find the best way to win, and, without risking too much. That's risk analysis. Also, if anyone knows how to escape a body triangle and double underhooks, I'm curious about that as well. There are some defenses, but, you're not going to do it quickly. Let's see what we got going on. It says, the way EBI overtime works, you would be silly to aggressively hunt for the finish early unless you believe that there's a big skill gap. Probably not. And you want to get the match over with to be fresher, or if you think your escapes suck. If you have confidence in your escapes and there isn't a big skill gap, which there shouldn't be if they've made it to the overtime anyway, then the logical approach is to use the first round or two of overtime to rack up enough ride time and put pressure on the opponent during their rounds. I agree with the logic, but as a counter argument, you didn't really see that in other overtime matches. Each of the players had the back seemed to be actively threatening a submission. In Jet's case, in the finals overtime, to me it looked like he abandoned the submission threat with a body triangle and double unders. I get why they do it, but I feel like this was a situation of the better grappler lost. That happens. I don't think having dominant control is any worse than submission. There's definitely something to be said about controlling another human so effectively that you would effectively, why did you use effectively twice, get a fall based on points. I think according to the rules, Jet definitely had the better game plan, but I think the better grappler was Dominique. Let's just say Dominique. It kind of stinks that Jet got Dominique's back for. It kind of sucks that Jet got Dominique's back for free and then cosplayed as a backpack until the end of the rounds. All right, so yeah, there you go. People are always upset. No matter CJI, people upset. ADCC, people upset. IBJF, people upset. BJJ Stars, people upset. Whatever tournament you got, AIGA, people upset. Whatever tournament you got, Zapatero, people upset. We can't please everybody. Can't please nobody. I'm not a fan of everyone saying controlling and stalling and submissions only matter. Control is 85% of the game, but not in EBI. EBI rules, that's not true to the sport. You take the back, you go for the submission. Now, if you get double unders and lock the body triangle, you playing to win, which is fine, but don't be upset when people call that stalling or upset that, you weren't trying to win. Ride time is one of the most exciting parts of wrestling. Yeah, but they're moving in wrestling. It's dynamic. Is that exciting? If somebody locks a body triangle and double unders, is that exciting? Or if somebody in turtle position trying to escape and moving and flipping and jumping, that's exciting. It ain't the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. You can't even move when they lock that up. You done. That's it. They lock the body lock and the triangle and they holding and squeezing. You can't go. You can't do nothing. Now, if you're in wrestling, you can escape, you can move, you can turn. They call stalling. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time watching that. It sucks the better grappler lost. That's just how it goes, man. Better grapplers lose all the time. I don't care about this. We might look at that later. Anything I'm interested in? Don't care. Let me watch a video. Actually, we got some Instagram stuff. Let's hit up Instagram. I'm gonna skip that. Ray Higuchi just had a baby. If you don't know, Ray Higuchi's an Olympic champion. Olympic Games, Paris gold. Okay. Rio silver. He just had a baby. Shout out to him. Everybody's having a baby. EBI has the worst rules. It started off good, but the people game the system. Josiah, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Because I say your name about 100 million times. I'm not going to have to say that no more come Friday. Shout out to Ray Higuchi. His baby going to be fighting Mika Galval's baby. Dorothy Slipper says, can we just give points for the body triangle and double unders and then reset from standing? What do you mean? Instead of doing the overtime rules? I don't understand what you mean, bro. Dara Akano, he says, something I wish someone told me earlier.
On training, I naively believed that the only people worth listening to were those that could physically beat me on the mat. But obviously, as time goes on, you realize that anybody of any experience level can offer something valuable if you're open-minded and willing to listen. But our physical qualities and our physical skills on the mat will eventually diminish over time. There's no avoiding that. But the only thing that can keep growing exponentially is our knowledge and our experience. So if you're a younger, talented jiu-jitsu practitioner, just make sure you keep an open mind and you try to listen to everybody, because just like me, you may end up being a little bit embarrassed of your previous...
Why did that cut off? Try one more time.
First began training, I naively believed that the only people worth listening to were those that could physically beat me on the mat. But obviously, as time goes on, you realize that anybody of any experience level can offer something valuable if you're open-minded and willing to listen. But our physical qualities and our physical skills on the mat will eventually diminish over time. There's no avoiding that. But the only thing that can keep growing exponentially is our knowledge and our experience. So if you're a younger, talented jiu-jitsu practitioner, just make sure you keep an open mind and you try to listen to everybody, because just like me, you may end up being a little bit embarrassed of your previous...
We got a couple heavy hitters. They said, that's why I always listen to, I don't know that person. Rosinski says, at the same time, it's also worth remembering that there are lots of people incapable of beating you, yet very experienced mat-wise people who talk total garbage. Yeah, I mean, this sport is crazy. Of course, through our own experience and listening to different opinions and perspectives, we create our own abilities. Let me read this. Perspectives. We create our own ability to determine what is valuable and what is not. There are many talented people on the mat who can give little to no insight to others, as much as there are older, more experienced people who cannot perform but should be listened to. That's true. Totally agree. Another thing that loops into this topic is that sometimes people who are super athletic and talented aren't actually skilled at teaching and coaching. So what they are telling you as advice isn't actually what they are doing in real time on the mat. It takes time and skill development and teaching to actually understand what is going on live. I feel like Gordon Ryan falls into that because, he only will listen to people that are rich or smart or better than him. And, if you don't fit those cases, he's not going to listen to you. He doesn't have to listen to you. Dorothy says, never trust anyone over 30. Oh, well, don't listen to me then. Don't listen to me. I don't know about that advice.
Be yourself. So
I'm not saying all old people know what they're talking about, but they usually got some more life experience than you. What the heck was going on with this? This is that car jitsu. I was like, what the heck am I watching? Some of you guys, I know some of you guys be watching this.
That is just as eager for the win today. And I have to tell you, she's allowed this brown belt to have wrist control, which is a no-no. That's what I always tell you, Mark. You always let me have wrist control, and that's not the smartest move.
Yeah, but I can let you have anything and still dominate your ass,
You
so it
can't
doesn't
get
matter.
your-
I just take a break when I go with you.
Underneath her, that is just as eager for the win today. And I have to tell you, she's allowed this brown belt to have wrist...
I didn't know what I was watching.
I always tell you, Mark, you always let me have wrist control, and that's not the smartest move.
Yeah, but I can let you have anything and still dominate your ass,
You
so it
can't
doesn't
get your-
matter. I just take a...
It's hard to defend our sport when the way people will be talking and even this stuff, this girl, I'm not saying this anything inappropriate, but, look how she's sitting over there. All right, let me get out of there. So, Jason Whitfield, is that you? He says, me giving up so she can sit on my lap the whole time. Jason Whitfield, is that you over there? Oh, no, that's a lady. I can't disagree with that. I can't refute that. That's why you got to make it look like you're trying so she doesn't win fast. You last in position longer. Bro. What the heck is going on? Why was she sitting on her like that? That's wild. I ain't never seen that. Jason Whitfield, is that you? Is that you right there, Jason Whitfield? Is that you? Is that Josiah? Karjitsu is a semi-troll. Is that Jason Whitfield and Josiah right there? If I'm ever down that bad, I gotta cut the stream. If I'm down that bad, I need to. I've been close to being down that bad, but we haven't gone that far. I'm gonna have to cut the stream at that point. The hammer, that's the hammer I'm gonna hit Josiah with. Where's the hammer at? Where's the hammer at on here? Let me find a hammer. We don't have hammers on here. Let me look for a hammer. Yo, hammer. Ah, that's the hammer I'm about to hit Josiah with. That's the hammer I'm about to. Josiah, I'm about to hit you with that hammer, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You need it though. Josiah, about to hit Josiah with the hammer right on his head. Not literally, just through the internet. If you're on this stream, you down bad. All right, let me go ahead and move out of there. What the heck is going on with this live stream? Where's LOL Snapped at? We got Cuba on here. We got Team Cuba over here. Cuba, it's real in Cuba, man. It ain't no joke out there. I'ma miss you, Josiah. Yeah, that's real Cuban wrestling right there. And you guys be complaining about boo-boo on your finger. That's some real Cuban wrestling. Where's LOL Snapped at, man? I brought this video up just for him. You know, he got some stories. Maybe I'll go to Houston. Maybe I should go to Houston and have him on the stream now. I'm gonna have to make sure he can't say too much about the ladies or my rainbow friends. I can't let him talk about that stuff. But maybe we should have him on here. Josiah, I'm gonna miss you, bro. We had a good run. I'm gonna miss you, man. Because I know you won't be able to resist talking about Grippo on the stream. So this might be it, guys. Everybody, make sure you say goodbye to Josiah. Talk to Josiah. Whatever you need to do to Josiah before tomorrow. Because, Grippo if he don't perform, that's it, man. That's it, Josiah. The hammer gonna hit you, bro. Talking about judo, we got Fabricio Andre with the Coach Igari. Hey, that's smooth. God, dog, that was nice. Woo! You know what? Well-timed judo move, a foot sweep like that's a nice technique, bro. When they step into it, I ain't never had nobody step into my Coach Igari. I'm usually rushing into it. That was nice technique. I don't think that's Coach Igari, but maybe it is. Man, that was beautiful. That's the judo we want to see. We want to see some judo like that. Hey, oh, snap. We got to meet in her booth thing. I can't play the music. I don't know, man. I hope them the best. Wishing the best for them. LOL Snap said Mika got to get ready for that child support payment. You can't run away from child support. They're gonna find you. They're gonna find you, Mika. We got babies having babies out here. I don't really support that, but I support them. I'm hoping for the best for them. I'm wishing the best for the baby. Healthy birth and healthy life. I hope their relationship stays strong. Hoping their relationship stays strong. People change, and they really too young. Let's be honest, they too young. They don't know nothing. I mean, wrestlers do get married pretty early, though. Not the girl wrestlers, the guy wrestlers. The girl wrestlers be in those streets. Speaking of girls in the streets, we got Victoria. What's up, Victoria?
Stay in their place because this shit get hit. My bodies we drop it, the better they drip.
She got some good judo for wrestling, man. Now, she tiny. I think she was too tiny to make it work. She need to get back in wrestling. Stop making all these videos and get back to wrestling. People call me, I hope I'm not a misogynist for saying all this stuff. ADCC is going back to Poland. I don't know if it's ever been to Poland, but it's going to Poland. So shout out to Poland. That's going to be Krakow, Poland, September 11th, the 11th of September, 2026. Go ahead and get your tickets. Get your tickets. Get your hotel. It is cheaper out there. Thank God, it is a little bit cheaper out there. Now Vegas took all my money. And I didn't really do much. I didn't have much money to begin with anyway. Should be a good time. Maybe I should go out there. You guys think I should go out there? I might have to go out there and see what's up. Now I'm gonna need to sit in the VIP section though. I can't be sitting in the nosebleeds. I need to see up close. It says the next edition of ADCC Amateur World Championship. Why would you say Amateur World Champion? Why didn't you just say World Champ? Oh, it says Amateur World Championship. Well, the World Championship too. It'll be part of the. Oh no, it's not the World Championship. Oh, it's a different tournament. Dorothy Slipper says after 7 years of marriage at a proper age, I can confirm Mika and Amit are doomed. They can't. Maybe they can pull through. The long distance and cultural differences all set aside, they might be able to. Now it's gonna be hard. The thing that we don't talk about is that they're both athletes. And so they both got their own things they're aiming for. They're in different sports. They're in different, take last year. Mika had ADCC. He had to get ready for ADCC while Amit had to get ready for the Olympics. So, they had to be apart for a long time. How are they going to do that with the baby? Next Olympics going to be in America. I guess Mika could just going to have to suck it up and babysit his baby or watch his baby. But, I don't know. We'll see, man. A kid really tests your relationship. That's what I heard. I don't have one that I know of, so I'm going to leave that to you guys to let us know. Quintet reveal. What's going on with Quintet?
The return of Quintet is upon us, with hints of Pride legends to look forward to. Riding the momentum of CJI2 and leading into the biggest week in Abu Dhabi, Quintet 5 is making its debut in Dubai. Join us at the Coca-Cola Arena on City Walk. This historic event will bring over 5,000 fans together during the biggest week of fights and business in the Middle East. Follow Quintet_Mina and turn on your notifications because there is going to be a lot of news dropping within the next week.
Josiah, did you keep talking about Grippo in your marriage, bro? Nah, I'm messing with you, bro. Quintet gonna be in it's gonna be in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, and it's gonna have Pride coaches. We'll see what's gonna happen. I guess we'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not a part of nothing, so I don't know. Where's Balea at? He know everything. Let's see if we got any more videos to look at real fast. Otherwise, we can't watch CJ on here. You go watch that on your own, people. What is that? Oh yeah, one of our major stories. How did I forget this? So Sedulayev, he's the wrestler that's in the thumbnail on next to there's only one. There's Jed Thompson and there's another dude. So that's Sedulayev. He's won the Olympics and World Championships. It says, unfortunately, we will have to wait a little longer to see Sedulayev. Apparently, Sedulayev used the wrong visa last year to travel to the European Championships back in Romania. Because of this, he was issued with a suspension preventing him from visa travel in Europe. Uh-oh. What happened? Sidakov is also experiencing some visa issues. If you guys don't know, Russia was, I don't know if they were allowed to compete at the last Olympics. So Sidakov and was Sedulayev at the Olympics? I don't think he was at the Olympics. Was he at the Olympics? I don't remember if he was. Sidakov wasn't. So some of the Russian athletes couldn't go to the Olympics last year, and now they have visa issues. So, some of the best wrestlers can't even compete. They got all the skill and talent in the world. They won their trials, their qualifiers. They still can't compete. Says Sidakov is also experiencing some issues, but there is still some time for it to be hopefully resolved. I'm not sure why they can't. Who messed up his stuff, his paperwork? Is Sedulayev back to 97? He only went to 92 to collect another world title. 97 is his main weight class and will be during the rest of his career. It's pretty obvious he's being targeted. Shame. Thank you, brother. Sad to hear he's not wrestling, especially when politics gets in the way of wrestling. But either he or his camp specifically filled out a tourist visa application when they knew they were going for professional work-related trip. Oh, that's what they did. That's why he's being suspended. Intentional negligence. So it's crazy that these, Olympic champions can't even compete. So pretty sad news. I guess they took him off the world championship. That's Sidakov right there. If you guys don't know Sidakov, he used to beat my man Jordan Burroughs all the time, and Chamizo. So I guess they took him off of here. That's pretty sad. I'm actually sad to hear about that. Sedulayev, and let's see. Whoa. He's an 8-time world champion? God, dog. That's wild. UWW has confirmed that 8-time world champion and Olympic champion Sedulayev was denied a visa and will not compete at the 2025 Senior World Championships, which starts this starts Saturday. We got the world. I might be watching that though. I might have to watch. I might not be able to stream. I didn't know the World Championship's going on Saturday, people. I gotta watch the Wrestling World Championship. I gotta see some ladies, some of my ladies out there competing. Kennedy, good luck, Kennedy. You got Helen, you got Sarah Hildebrandt, you got Alex, you got a couple of ladies. You got the guys too. You got Kyle Snyder. We're not really rooting for Kyle Snyder. You got Nate Carr. Who else out there? You got PJ Duke. You got not Bo Bassett. Not Bo Bartlett. What's the other guy out there? What's the Max kid? I can't remember the kid that beat who else out there? Some other people. You got Zahid. You got some good people out there this time around. This is the first time we ain't had no Dake. We ain't got no JB. We ain't got no David Taylor. Let's read this a little bit and see what's going on. It says rumors are that he heard that I might be making a comeback and is ducking me. That's how Josiah be talking. Invite him for RAF, a Ukrainian wrestler, champion of Ukraine in Greco wrestling. We'll talk about that. Absolute shame to not see the all-time best wrestler of the next generation. What about Sidakov? Some of the Russian wrestling pages are claiming his entry is also up in the air. BS. That's BS. Let him wrestle. He's not a terrorist. We want to see the best of the best wrestle. Dagestan should have its own Olympic team, and no Olympic athletes should be denied sports visas. So even if you are from Dagestan, I do believe you represent Russia. You don't have a choice in that one. That takes the fun out of everything because he's the guy to beat the legit champ. If I was in his weight class and wrestling, I'd feel really bad not to have him there, even if it meant me losing to him, because I know that win or lose, I would have been tested to the max. Well, take your world championship. Everybody go for that world championship, and then fight him the next year. This is sad. He's one of the best competitors of all time over some political BS. It's not right, and every guy in his weight class knows it's not the same without him there. Denying him a visa is so petty. They're saying he filled the form wrong, but I mean, isn't that just a clerical issue? Stop punishing athletes because of politics. How many wars have the United States been a part of? Not a single athlete was denied entry or forced to compete under a fake flag. Well, they did boycott back in the 80s, though. These double standards of Western-backed sportsmanship are ruining the fun of the sport. Israel, I'm not going to talk about Israel. I'm going to stay away from that. We're not a political channel, guys. We're a jiu-jitsu channel, which does have some politics in it. I'm not sure what's going on or why it's going on. Seems pretty bad, though. Hey, who are these ladies up there? Let me get out of there. We got about 15 minutes. I kind of just want to watch a match. I don't want to talk about judo anymore. I don't want to talk about CGI. I don't want to talk about Gordon and Craig. We did talk about. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that either. Let's see. Let's watch some. You want to watch some Declan Moody? You guys want to watch some Declan Moody? Actually, I want to see Jet Thompson. I want to see how good he is. I haven't seen any of his matches. Let's see. What can we watch? John Combs was out there. John Combs be getting crushed. Who won between PJ Barch and Jet Thompson? We're gonna skip to the final. PJ Barch probably. No, that's last year. I think Ryan Aiken won the last PGF. High side ankle lock. What the heck does that mean? They didn't spoil the winner? Oh, went to something else. Oh, who won that? He doesn't have that many matches. Most of these guys don't have that many matches, bro. That's crazy. If you're a competitor, please don't just do one tournament.
Why? Here we go. Right to the legs.
Nice
is
double
Matt
leg
Cox.
by Cox.
But Jet Thompson right where he wants to be. Bottom close guard. Overhook. Gotta be careful with that mirror lock.
I'm going to call both these guys by their last name. Thompson.
Do not blink. Look at that way he pendulums that leg.
Yeah, I don't think I would be pressuring Jet from his closed guard if I was Cox.
You know what?
I don't think I would be doing
wants
that.
To do.
Yeah, but Jet.
Cox does what Cox wants. On the underhook
About to
here,
get armbarred.
JT.
I don't know
Jet
what
Thomas.
he's-
Wow, looks
I
like
don't
he
know how to
almost has that arm
explain.
lock set up.
Maybe back take.
I don't know what. Okay, he's giving his back up.
Oh, wow, what an amazing back take.
I mean,
What on earth?
Of course, that was a great back take, but
I mean, obviously a mistake by Matt Cox to pressure in there, but still beautiful.
A mistake. That was
beautiful back
That
take.
was I don't know what that wasn't no mistake. That was just terrible. So these guys are good, but man, they be fighting people. I don't know. They don't be fighting the people I want to
that
see
elbow
them
down,
fight.
but he's just cranking at the eyebrows. Eye lock, if you will.
You guys love
Body
these people
triangle
though.
on the
That's
back, Jet
I can't
Thompson.
fight that.
Interesting, his head's on the other side, too.
Declan's been killing it. Yeah, for a big guy, man, he's been moving.
I mean, he just has all day here just to cook him. He gonna cook him good.
There's not much else to see.
Why, sure.
There's not much. I mean,
Of
you got
course
his
he's
back.
On the neck here, getting the tap on the face crank.
There wasn't much else to see there. What else was there to see there? I do want to see. I want to see Jet fight some. I mean, he's fought these PGF people. I want to see him to fight, but that's like a normal. That's a normal bracket. You know, when you go to, I'm gonna say IBJF. When you go to IBJF, that's a normal bracket. But the bracket it be bigger than that. What's Jet Thompson, a purple belt or something? He go to IBJF. He gotta fight all those guys plus 50 more people. You know, when I was doing purple belt, I had to fight. My bracket would be 100 people. I can't play PGF. I'm just looking for any flow grappling stuff, but I guess he doesn't have. I don't know, man. Some of these guys don't have enough matches. Where's Dominic Maya? I want to see more of him. I can't play Enigma. I don't want to get caught by anything. Dorian Oliveras. We saw this one, I believe. Did we see this match? Yeah, we saw that match. Can I play this match? Let's watch this match.
Kawan Gabriel had a really tough cut to 65 kilograms. That was the day before yesterday. He competed yesterday. I think the weight cut may have been a factor in his, his performance. He had a really tough decision win that could have gone either way. But I see him stood opposite Dominic Mejia, and I got to say he looks a lot bigger now.
He does.
Mejia.
Put a lot of weight back on in those last 48 hours.
Mejia comes out and pulls guard right away, trying to get on the leg.
Ugh.
Interesting inversion there from Kawan Gabriel. Didn't expect him to go leg game this early on against somebody like Dominic Mejia. Interesting. I can hear in the corner of the Acai Republic, you see a Kennedy Maciel who's going to.
Oh, why is he leaving his leg out? Oh no! Why did he do that? Wait a second. What in the world? All right, man. What the heck is wrong with people? He got his leg all the way through.
Interesting.
He gets caught in the ashi
Here in the corner of the Acai
completely.
Republic, see a Kennedy Maciel who's going to be.
His knee got messed up.
Drags him into this cross ashi, and he's got both legs under control.
My man screwed up. He completely screwed up.
Oh, he might look for this Z-lock here.
I mean, Kennedy can't coach you out of the leg lock. Kennedy can't get himself out the leg lock.
Danger.
Why is he leaving his legs out?
That straight ankle lock is still a thing. Can't quite see the configuration of the leg entanglement on the other side. Sometimes a little bit difficult when they're both wearing black.
Is that
Is that
Deagle? Is that Deagle right there?
Yeah, it looks like the knee line.
Was that Deagle?
Yeah, but Rob Deagle, as we said yesterday.
Why didn't he get some other people to help
such
move
a
him?
great leg lock specialist. He'll make sure that they go back in exactly the same position. One of the best restarts I've seen yesterday. You know, he was right on top of that. Very difficult, contentious restart, and he handled it perfectly. So we're back in the center now. And yeah, I feel that Kawan's leg was out of danger, and there now he comes up on top.
Mejia scoop grip under the ankle. Looking for this outside leg control.
Something trapped in the shorts.
Yeah.
There we go.
We might just watch one round. I'm not going to watch this 20-minute match.
Yeah, you can hear Kennedy
switching off to a false reap. This was a nice switch here by
These Brazilians be getting caught in everything.
Kawan.
They gotta learn better leg lock defense. He over here sitting in everything.
Shinsky style straight ankle.
He been sitting in the ankle lock, sitting in the knee bar, lateral knee bar. He been putting his legs in all type of danger.
A lot of pressure on that foot.
He's got a pretty good stretch on that.
Yeah, this
He's
is
flexible,
not a bad
but man, he about to get his. Isn't PGF League just like AIGA, super teams crushing random Russian teams?
I think we may see Dominic come to top because.
Well, PGF is like C squad people.
Again, don't come up
well, they brought in some better people.
Saying exactly when the points are active.
I don't know. I just.
We're gonna see
I just don't think the people at PGF are the best. Well, they're not the best of the best, clearly, because they can't afford those people.
Gripping strategy that Gabriel is employing.
Some of the guys are good. You know, Dominic Mejia was good. I mean, he should be doing ADCC and CJI.
To follow.
Or UFC, you know, I don't know. A lot of these guys undersell themselves.
Again on this straight ankle.
Some of them guys at PGF, that's nice. He doesn't have it. Some of those guys at PGF were, you know, they probably made $1,000.
Exposes the back briefly. Mejia.
Yeah, that kid ain't gonna win that match, bro. He in everything.
Trapped up again, 50-50.
This kid in everything.
Cowan actually ended back into the legs. I thought he was going to disengage, but no, he's looking for an inside heel hook of his own here from this 50-50.
And had to look at an Aoki lock for just a split second. Did Kyle Gabriel.
I'm impressed by Kawan Gabriel, and oh, there it is, another look at the inside heel hook, but that 50-50 is over the top of it.
I guess he's okay. I mean, I don't know this defense here. I ain't flexible enough to bend my leg like that.
It would.
Mejia got a grimacing look on his face, saves himself.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of defense that was.
Yeah, he's trying to escape from this position. He's trying to separate those legs. Now he does.
These guys are good. You know, I'd be hating a little bit. Some of these guys are good. It's just, at least PGF. Some of those guys shouldn't have been out there. I know you need the style matchup.
I think he's got a lot of confidence, and for good reason. He's an incredible player.
Like, imagine you had a lot of guys like this at PGF. It would be like a completely different tournament.
Mejia. He's got his hands full. I mean, anybody coming out of that Melky Galval camp is, with this kind of praise especially, is going to be phenomenal. I mean, Gabriel, he's here for a reason.
Yeah,
it's no accident Mo brought him out.
No, 100%. If Melky Galval has flown halfway across the world from Sao Paulo, Brazil, all the way to Almaty, Kazakhstan, and put this kid on Team Rodolfo, he's definitely of a level to go up against anybody in the world, and we're definitely seeing that right now.
I feel like most of the PGF can't beat the Brazilian kids. I mean, I guess that goes for most places though.
To counterattack.
But these kids just started doing Nogi like last week.
Again, throwing himself onto a leg, and this is a nice entanglement.
Kennedy doesn't know leg lock defense.
Z-lock position. Wants to get control of that second leg. There it is.
He getting his legs getting bitten
He's got
apart.
this belly down ankle lock. Aoki lock counter though.
Oh, shoot.
By Gabriel, he's got a nice bite on it.
Oh, it's the end of the
Time.
match. Wow.
That's the end of the round.
Dominic.
We're just watching that one round, man. That was a good match. But imagine how old was that kid? That kid might be like 18. How old is that kid?
Cowan Gabriel had a real tough.
Gabriel Kawa. That kid probably just started doing nogi. I'm just saying there's so much talent, and PGF, I mean, they're doing a good job. I didn't watch it, but they're doing a good job from what I've seen. Isn't PGF League just like AIGA, super teams crushing random Russian teams? Some of those Russian guys are good though. They're good. I just feel like PGF, I guess you want to see the matchups. You want to see highlight reels. Same thing with UFC, BJJ. They're going to put mismatches. That's why Mikey fights people that he shouldn't be fighting. Even though this new guy is going to be good. Kevin Carrasco is going to be a good guy. How old is this kid? He's black. Oh, he just got his black belt. Oh, he just looks like a kid. He won ADCC Brazilian qualifier Sao Paulo as an 18-year-old purple belt. Did he do ADCC? Wait. He got second place. Oh, he made the finals as an 18-year-old purple belt. And when did he get his black belt? He was born 2004. Is he 18? He's 20? 21? Right? No. 20 would be 24. 21, 25. Yeah, he's 21 years old. Okay. He hasn't really done much of black belt, has he? Dominic Maya, he lost by points. Spoiler alert. He lost to Kennedy Maciel, ADCC Brazil. He pretty good though. Fabricio Andre lost by ref decision. Josh Sarnos lost by. He did ADCC. he did ADCC 2024 last year. He's coming. He's gonna. Man. Look out for that kid. He's gonna come back. All right, everybody. I think that's good for today. We got a couple more minutes. I don't want to cover any more stories, but it's been a good show, good showing. Tomorrow, we got some big news. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm traveling. But I'm gonna miss you, Josiah. We had a good run on our channel. We had a great run. We're gonna miss you, brother. We're not gonna see you no more, I'm sure. Oh, how do you get the back? Let's just get to the end part here.
Oh, that's nice work from Gabriel. Can he keep Kawan down is the question. Out onto the back, reverse body lock. Oh, he's got one hook in. Oh, my goodness.
Points.
He's got one hook in.
Why weren't they going for points the whole time?
Pressure is on now. Can he score?
Oh, the second hook comes in, but the first one comes out.
Acai Republic need this win really, really badly. He's got a minute and change to work.
He's got the 2 for the reversal.
Oh, that is much needed points for Dominic Mejia. And if he keeps working,
all right.
he could solidify
I'm probably gonna
that
forget
lead
that.
even more where he put the second hook in.
Kennedy calling for him submit in the corner. Submit.
Submit how?
Doesn't want him to stop.
Absolutely. I mean, a submission is also, such an important factor in this. Psychologically speaking, a win is a win, but man, you want to win by finish if you can. Great up body control. Yeah, he does almost switch off the rear naked there. One hook in, a little bit high is Mejia.
Kennedy, that ain't helping, bro.
15 seconds to go.
That's about as bad as Josh Sanders over there.
Dominic on the hunt.
Or Greg Souders.
Yeah,
Greg Sanders.
Doing such a good job of denying him that second hook. You can see real good grip. And Mejia's just going to hold on now. And time runs out.
That's a good match.
And with that 2-0 lead, and it's now one match.
All right, everybody. I think that's it. We hitting 3 hours right now, so I'm gonna take a little break. Hopefully go to train, God willing. Josiah, we're gonna miss you, man. You brought a lot of color to the stream. We're gonna miss you. We had a good run. You had a good run on here. Josiah says Johnny Grippo will win tomorrow. So if you guys are just joining us, if Grippo does not win or have a good showing, it's subjective to me. If I don't think he had a good showing, then we're gonna take Josiah out of the live stream. So that's just it, bro. That's it. I can't do nothing more. I had patience this long, so that's it, everybody. We'll see you possibly. I didn't know the Wrestling World Championships is Saturday, so I might have to watch that. I don't know if I'm gonna stream. We got EBI on Friday. There is a Polaris on Saturday. UWW, United World Champion Wrestling Championship, Saturday, starts on Saturday. There is something else too. I believe there's UFC. I think Terrence Crawford fight is in Canelo Saturday, one of those days. There's something else too I forgot about. So that's it, everybody. If you want to support the live stream, we'll take your money. You guys quick to pay Craig and buy his DVD. You buy Gordon's DVD. You got Helena's DVD. You be joining the OnlyFans. You and Claudia's OnlyFans. So make sure you hit that Cash App too. And if you ain't got no money, that's okay. Tell people about the live stream. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. As of right now, we're at 926. Not terrible. Let's see if I can show that. 926. So we're almost there, everybody. Let's get that to 1,000. We're trying to get to 1,000, bro. And when I hit 1,000, bro, and Josiah out of here, and I hit 1,000, it's like my birthday. And that's it, everybody. We'll be back possibly Saturday, or definitely on Monday. definitely be back on Monday. So everybody stay safe. Today is Takedown Thursday, so go for a takedown safely. Osoto, Kouchi, Ouchi, whatever you got. Harai. Don't do Kane Basami though. Don't do that. Don't do that scissor leg takedown. That's it, everybody. We'll be back. Definitely on Monday, so stay out of trouble. I'm banned if I lose. No, but you gonna be banned when you talk about Grippo again. When you talk about Grippo, when you type in Grip Gianni or Grippo or any of those words, that's it, man. Yeah, the band hammer might be, you're gonna be sitting right there. Yeah, it's gonna be sitting right there for you. You can still come to the chat, but you can't say nothing about Grippo. I meant that, man. I'm for real. No more Grippo talk on here. So you just gotta deal with it, bro, or deal with the consequences. It's up to you. You grown adult. All right, everybody. That's it. If you want to support the channel, he says he's gonna win. I like your confidence, bro. I like your confidence, bro. That's it, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Hope go watch that EBI, please. Go pay for that fight pass and go watch EBI for me. Josiah says he's gonna win. We'll see. I like Grippo, but Josiah got me rooting against Grippo somehow. He got us all rooting against Grippo. All right, let me get out of here. Stay safe, Josiah. I might miss you, man. If I don't see you on the stream no more, I'm gonna miss you, man. And don't post nothing else on my social media either about Grippo. I'm everything. Don't post nothing about Grippo on the videos, on the IG, whatever it is. Text message. Don't send no Grippo message. All right, brother. That's it. See you, everybody. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Os.